to every single Knicks game possible, which is odd for an actor. Sort of Jack Nicholson-esque with the Lakers, although I don't know if Jack Nicholson was going on the road. I don't think he was.
Yeah, I don't know what his filming schedule is or what he's doing right now. He may not even be
Maybe he's got a
film
break
right now.
I don't know.
Yeah. Let's see. Also, Adu Thero looks like he's staying in the draft. He will not be coming back to Arkansas. It's not the end of the world. Would have been nice, but I don't think any of us were anticipating he was going to come back, so that's fine. We've got a few guests coming up. Wanted to tell you that. Ryan White will join us. He's the executive director of the foundation here at the Razorback Foundation, and I don't think we've had him on the show yet, but we'll certainly look forward to having him on today. We've got, let me see here. My calendar keeps shutting off on my computer for some annoying reason. Coach Zimmerman's going to pop in at some point. We've got Trey Biddy coming up. He's going to pop in and see us. Trey Schapp is going to continue down at SEC meetings with us. There's a lot that came out of that yesterday. We need to play a few clips from Coach Pittman. There was a lot of talk about schedule yesterday, DJ. A lot of coaches are pushing for 9 games. There's some administrators pushing for 9 games. I think Sam Pittman won 6 conference games.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
I was like, what, 9? They want 9 conference games?
Yes,
yeah.
There's been a lot of talk about that the last couple of years. Now there's a new thing. I saw Pat Forty put a thing out. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, talking about how they want to do like a late season Big Ten SEC matchup where you've got like top teams from each league to help, sort of buoy their, I guess, ranking
like
or
in
whatever.
Basketball, the SEC Big Ten Challenge or something, basically.
But for the way I read it, it would be set at the end of the year, Christian. So this would be like game 11 or something like that.
That seems
And
tough.
you'd be like the number 1 SEC team against the number 1 Big Ten team and all the way down. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. I think it'd be hard to pull off. You just have sort of an open date against a Big Ten team to be announced. It could add some intrigue.
That seems kind of cool, though.
It does, but it also, I think, it diminishes even more so the ACC and the Big 12. It would make it even tougher on them to be relevant. So I don't expect it to happen. It's very outside this, the norm, but it'd be interesting to see. If they don't go to a 9-game schedule, that might be something they consider. So we can talk about all that coming up with Trey. Thanks again to Blackman Auctions and our great sponsors for that. And Bubba Carpenter, thanks to Johnston's Home Center, is going to pop in and see us. And we're actually going to travel down to Baton Rouge today, not physically, but by phone. Jackson Wells will join us thanks to Thompson Electric, and he is, of course, getting ready to take on LSU. I got to think he's going to pitch. I mean, Jack Klein, they just wore him out last week. I don't know if that's enough time to recover, but, I guess it's been almost a full week, so I don't know what they're going to do as far as pitching goes. I should ask Coach Curry what his plan was with that. Dave Van Horn, I expect will reveal some of that today. He's speaking to the media about 11:30 today. They've got practice out here at Baum Walker today, and so all the teams will be here. I actually saw somebody from Kansas. I assume he's like sports information. He was on the elevator when I was leaving the hotel this morning. So they're in town. They're getting ready. They've got practice today. The schedule's Arkansas at 10 to 11:15. They're actually practicing right now. Press conference 11:25 to 11:45. Should have some of that before we get off the air today. Kansas follows. Then Creighton, North Dakota State's the late slot, 2 to 2:20 for their press conference. And then they're going to practice afterwards, actually, from 2:30 to 3:45. So we will certainly hear from Coach at some point today. I'm looking forward to that.
Back a second to the SEC Big Ten Challenge. That would mean Arkansas gets to play like Northwestern or something every year.
Well, the way I read it, they would only do like the top 10 teams, or maybe they were just kind of doing it as an example. But you could do it, I guess, deeper.
I don't think we
So there may be years where they don't get in.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's that. I was going to also mention this. Apparently, I just saw this on Yahoo Sports this morning as we were getting ready for the show. They're reporting that the NCAA president wants to expand the tournament as early as next year from either 72 or 76 teams, rather. And I've sort of been anti, but we did have that interesting Bruce Rasmussen from Creighton joined us a while back, and he had an interesting, intriguing thought process on it. And I thought and it basically invited everybody, but his plan was kind of cool. I don't know about just expanding it for 4 more teams or 8 more teams.
Did we just expand the first 4? Like, is that what we're gonna do?
I assume.
Yeah, that'll be okay, I guess, as long as it's 68 teams that are still like. Once it officially starts on Thursday, maybe it won't be as bad. I don't think it doesn't need it, but
no. But more fan bases involved and more games. I guess it's okay.
I did see. I think it was Bill Self was talking about it, and he said in the room that they were in. I guess they're having their spring meetings or something too. But in the room that they were in, it was pretty unanimous that they wanted it expanded.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I guess among coaches is like you get more chances to get to the tournament, so it would be good for them, right?
Yeah, I don't have a great argument against it, so I would just say whatever if that's
other
what you
than
want to do,
tradition,
go for it.
yeah.
Yeah, But, 68's only been here for how long? So I guess what this tells me is we're for sure going to get to 16 in college football. That's what it tells me.
Eventually.
More games, more money. Let's check out, and we're going to hear from Trey again, and thanks to Blackman Auctions and Bet Saracen and Beechwood, and I keep forgetting what they have changed their name to because I'm an idiot. I think that's right, Beechwood Properties.
Or Hospitality.
It used, or that's what I'm saying. I don't know. It used to be Beechwood Pinnacle Hotels. It should be in my notes here.
It's Beechwood Hospitality.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate the Allens a lot. They've got a lot of good properties. Beechwood Hospitality. They are very hospitable. I'm going to write it down. It only took me until Thursday to get it right. Anyway, here's Coach Pittman talking about the schedule for the league. He has long been in favor of staying at 8. I don't think that has changed.
Well, personally, I like the format like it is. We have 8. We're playing 8 SEC games. Gives us opportunity to go to Memphis. Gives us opportunity to have Notre Dame in. I know it's all about. There's a lot about finances. There's a lot about making the fans, putting a product out there where the games are relevant, which I think we do each and every year with going and playing a good Big 12 team. We played Texas one year that I was here early. We were playing Notre Dame. So, we went to BYU, had BYU back in here. So I think there is a lot to be said about that. Our league has done very, very well in an 8-game format. So obviously I'm for that. But I think financially there'd be more money if we could get to 9 games. So however we can kind of handle all the revenue sharing and all that the best way, me personally, I'd be for that.
Yeah, and the thing is, look, I don't want to, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but it's like just because you go to 9 games doesn't mean you can't have Notre Dame, can't have BYU. You can still play those games and schedule those games. Maybe you're less eager if you've got a 9th major, Power 4 conference game, which happens to be your league game, but you can still schedule those if you want to.
Yeah, I think didn't we get a lot of complaints just in the past few years about there not being a reason to schedule those out of conference now that the playoffs has expanded, or the tough out of conference games?
Yeah.
We've got a lot about that, it seems.
Yeah, I think, until you see a team that is absolutely denied an opportunity because they play such a soft non-con schedule, that's one thing. But again, it really comes down to if you win a good number in your league. And if you do play a soft non-con schedule, I can't remember what it was Notre Dame's schedule last year. It wasn't great, right?
No, it wasn't. They had USC, which was not.
They were down.
Yeah, they weren't good.
Yeah. So
they lost to Northern Illinois, so.
Correct. I forgot about that. More from Coach Pittman here real quick. This is him on the, I guess, kind of the state of college football at this point.
Well, I've been in it a long time, and it certainly has changed tremendously over the last 3.5 years. And I think that we've adapted pretty well to that. Am I concerned that the financial, as long as we can get this revenue sharing signed, I think it'll be sustainable. If it continues to go in the way that it's going now, I just don't know how financially that this can be sustainable because, again, we are the ones setting limits on how much somebody can get. And we probably, for the betterment of the sport and for the people giving us money, we need somebody else to make that decision.
I think that's fair, and I agree.
Yeah.
We need the NCAA to say, or whoever, to say this is – they need to put caps on things.
The NCAA just can't do anything.
Yeah.
Right? They don't have any actual power to do anything.
Who does? Congress?
Yeah, we want them involved.
Yeah, I don't know who regulates and steps in. Who does it for the NFL? How does it work there?
What do you mean?
They have salary caps. They have how much a team can spend. They have all these regulations of
they're
what.
like its own. The NFL is its own property, its own business, essentially.
So is that
the league administration in the NFL has power. The league runs everything. The league's in control. The NCAA is a joke, and they don't have control of anything. And you have a players' association, too, that has sort of that side of things covered in the NFL, and you don't have that on the college side. So I don't know what exactly the fix is, but it's a completely different arrangement because the NFL's got balls, basically, and the NCAA doesn't.
True.
when it comes to football specifically. Now, basketball, they've got a little more control. But
and the NFL also has the aspect, if you don't like it, just don't play.
True.
Period.
You're the only show in town. Yeah, exactly. Let's take our break, and we'll get Ryan White on coming up in just a second. Question of the day today, Christian.
I was wondering how you wanted to phrase it exactly. So Southwest Airlines is going to start charging a $35 fee for a checked bag tomorrow.
Today.
Or is it today? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just the question will be, now that Southwest Airlines is charging for bags for most people, does it diminish your possibilities of flying? Or are you less likely to fly Southwest now that they have a bag fee? I guess would be the most efficient way to say it.
I think that was what boosted them ahead of everyone else.
Yeah, that was my whole thing. I mean, I'm like, okay, all things being equal, I'll fly Southwest. Plus, I liked open seating. I know I may be in the minority. I like it because I was the guy that was like 24 hours. I'm setting a reminder, and I'm like, bing, I'm getting in. I'm an A group or a high B group, so I'm like feeling good about myself. I don't know. Some people may like assigned seating. I just think, you were different, and now you're just like them, but maybe not as good. I don't know.
Yeah.
The one thing I do like about Southwest is you always get a 737, and you're never going to be crammed in on one of those regional jets. I do not like that. And when you're flying out of Little Rock, you get on those a lot. And it sucks when you're trying to get a carry-on, or for me, like when I'm carrying radio equipment somewhere, it blows. So, anyway, we'll be back in a second. If you want to join us today, you can. We're at 661-1037. D3 Auto Sales text line, same number. And we also have our Whit Davis Lumber Plus live fan feedback. So, it looks like Ryan did show prep, so we're gonna get into some stuff here. Get ready. More from the SEC meetings, again, thanks to Blackman Auctions. We'll talk to Trey Shapp in a little bit about what's going on there. I do want to tell you about our friends at UAMS. I got a great relationship with the folks up here in Fayetteville. And the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health now has Ortho Now. It is a 6-day week clinic. It's a walk-in clinic, 8 to 8, Monday through Friday, 8 to noon on Saturday. So if you've got any kind of orthopedic issue, sports injury, joint pain, back pain, tweet something, got pain, they're going to fix it. Go see them. Patients receive on-site x-rays. You get immediate access to fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons, including guys like Dr. O'Malley, when you get in there. So you're going to be taken good care of by folks who know what's going on, and they will get you taken care of immediately with that walk-in clinic opportunity. It is conveniently located right in the middle of town, inside the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. You can call ahead if you want, 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674. But you are certainly welcome to roll up in there. That is the nature of the walk-in clinic. Go see them. Don't live in pain. Go see our friends at Ortho Now at UAMS Health. We're back after this.
Floyd's Seafood, Keel Avenue in Sherwood. It's crawfish season, and Floyd's has live Louisiana Cajun crawfish. Place your order by 2 p.m. Thursday for weekend boils. Floyd'sMeatandSeafood.com.
This is SportsCenter.
One half of the 2025 NBA Finals is set. The Oklahoma City Thunder take down the Minnesota Timberwolves in game number 5, 124-94 last night in Oklahoma City. They win the series 4-1. It was a big evening for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He had 34 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds, 22.7 boards for Chet Holmgren, and then Jalen Williams had 19 points and 8 boards. OKC returns the finals the first time since 2012. Their opponent will figure that out potentially tonight. It's game number 5 in the Eastern Conference Finals between the New York Knicks and the Indiana Pacers from Madison Square Garden. It's a 7:30 tip time. You can catch it on TNT and Max. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
It's a tough time. Injured, and it was not your fault. Hurts in the pocketbook, too. Who do you turn to? Don't call a lawyer and find they're out of state or talk with someone at a call center. Call us at the Brad Hendricks Law Firm and talk to a real Arkansas lawyer directly. And remember, the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. We'll work hard for you. Have for over 30 years. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
At the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app, we realize lots of you have thought about opening an account, but you just haven't made that move yet. Well, now's the time with our new player offer. It's easy. You just sign up, use the code WELCOME, deposit at least $25, place a $25 bet, and that's it. Once that bet settles, you'll have $125 in free bets ready to go. Bet Saracen, the most popular sportsbook app in the state. Download it today on all your devices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's Justin Acri with Lorbeth from Kaufman by Design West and Lorbeth. I'm so excited about the upcoming months. We've got great holidays upon us, and at Kaufman by Design West, you have everything to get folks outside and celebrating.
We have grilling season coming up, so we've got big green eggs and tons of accessories, and then it's also outdoor season. So we've got lots of in-stock steel products, toolkits, coolers, travel cases.
And for those who want to do some home improvement, we've got power tools galore. You can find it all at Kaufman by Design West, 14900 Cantor Road, out west past Taylor Loop. They're also online at kaufmanlumber.com.
On Friday, April 11th of this year, I finished my first year driving a GV70 from Genesis of Conway. So, what's the big deal? It's this. It's the Craig O'Neill Anniversary Sale at Genesis of Conway. To celebrate 1 year of driving the 2024 GV70, you're invited to come in and learn how you can get a 2025 for as low as $497 a month. Yes, $497 a month. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
The Red White Report is brought to you daily on The Zone by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
You're listening to The Zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams. You like what you hear? Well, check out our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch.
Some wind up in the Hall of Fame, some go down in the blaze of glory. Some people never ever make a name, but change the game in someone's story. I'm still trying to leave my mark with a simple song and an old guitar. One thing.
All right, everybody, welcome back in. Justin once again in Fayetteville getting geared up for the regional. He has a guest standing by as he's at the foundation. But before we get into that, I want to tell you about when Justin went up there and when I head up there today. I guarantee you one thing, they had that seatbelt on. We're going to keep on reminding you until you are just in that car and you can't do anything but put that seatbelt on before you do anything else. It's all about safety. It's all about making sure that you take care of yourself on the road. We care about you. We appreciate y'all listening each and every day. So when you're out on that road, and unfortunately, if that's you right now and you forgot to do so, reach on over, put that seatbelt on. Don't wait till you see a police officer to remind you. Just listen to us, and then from here on out, every time before you start the car up. And I always have to remind you, my friends, that the Arkansas State Police will reluctantly have to oblige you with a ticket if you refuse not to do so. It's not to ruin your day. It's not to annoy you. It's just to make sure that you understand they are putting your safety first, and if they have to give you a nice little ticket with your name on it to remind you, they will do so. Click it or ticket, a message from our friends at the Arkansas State Police.
All right, welcome back. We are at the Foundation in Fayetteville, and we are joined by the executive director. And I don't think that Ryan White has been on the show before with us. You've not been on with us, have you?
I have not.
I think maybe Wes had you on his show on Out of Bounds once. But it's good to meet you and hang out a little bit. Thanks for letting us park at your place today and get ready for today. We see some reporters rolling around here. I know we've got practice going on for the Hogs today, and a lot of excitement around baseball regionals, which has kind of become – sort of, we were talking about death and taxes with other things, but, you know, it's SGA, I guess, scoring 30 is what our relation was. But Razorback baseball this time of year, you expect regionals at home.
Absolutely, absolutely. Great season thus far. Obviously looking to do some damage in the postseason and anticipate a great crowd this weekend, and so really looking forward to it. You actually have interesting perspective because you came from Kansas before you got to Arkansas. What's the buzz around baseball in Lawrence? You know, a relatively new coach and Coach Fitzgerald and done a really nice job there. Historically not been very good, and he's got that program turned around. And, you know, I was talking with a couple folks back there in Lawrence, and it really hasn't caught on quite as good as we have here in Fayetteville. But folks are starting to realize that's a team, 43 wins, pretty special. But they're gonna have a tough task here in Fayetteville. So. But, you know, really excited to see that their program's doing well, but look forward to hopefully taking care of them this weekend. Yeah, I imagine it's just going to be an electric atmosphere. I ran into a guy from Kansas. I think he was with Sports Information, and you could just see the big, you know, smile on his face. He's excited about it. They know they're getting into something that they're not used to seeing as far as environment goes, so should be awesome. Speaking of something we're not used to seeing, you guys popped off your first raffle recently, and I'm not sure what any of us were anticipating, but I got to think, no matter what your best expectations were, it had to far surpass that. Far surpass. And, you know, a lot of work went into it, Justin. I'd say probably at least 3-4 months. And to get to that point during the Tennessee weekend, we had talked about, do we do one game? Do we do 3 games? Do the series? We ultimately landed on the 3 games. we were hoping for somewhere in the neighborhood of 25,000. And we even talked at one point, would we have to help grow the pot, use some of the basically seed the pot. And at some point, as you and everybody else kind of noticed that that pot slowly grew and grew and grew. And I think it's a testament to our people and really supporting what we're trying to do here. Obviously, the proceeds go to the individual who wins, and then obviously half goes to the Razorback Foundation. I believe it set records, not only for the company that we use, but we were told that for a first time in college, no one is aware of a pot that big.
I can't imagine.
We don't, I'm hopeful that we could get back to that type of pot at $282,000. But realistically, we'll be happy with whatever we can get, and we'll see what's next. We haven't decided on postseason yet if we're able to do that or not, so that remains to be seen. But we'll plan to do it in football. We'll plan to do it in men's basketball and expand to other sports.
By game, or what's your plan with that?
For football?
Yeah.
Football, we've talked about maybe it'll be by game, but let's say we play an away game the week before the home game. So we might launch it on a Monday, and we play the away game on Saturday, and then we have a home game the following Saturday. So you kind of have a 2-week lead up to it, hopefully grow the pot. The company we're working with is really good, giving us a lot of good advice as far as that pot continues to grow, more people get involved. And we had, I wrote this down, we had 8,845 transactions. And most of those were actually online. A lot of people did it in venue.
Yeah.
But 1,100 of those people were new email addresses that we don't have associated with donors or season ticket holders. So obviously, it really allows for anybody, any fan to be involved. And then obviously to have the winner being an Arkansan from El Dorado and was looking for some help to fund a wedding for his daughter. It was just a great story, and he was here in venue, and so pretty special for first time for us.
Absolutely. It's cool. So I can't wait to hear what the next one is. I think a lot of people are excited about it. I kind of look at it like I did with the scholarship lottery for years. I'm like, yeah, I didn't win, but we're helping kids go to college, so it's fine. And I think for Razorback fans, it's kind of the same idea. It's like if you don't win, you still feel like you did a little bit of your part, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
As far as basketball seeding goes, I know that's been a point of contention for some folks, but again, it is the nature of the world we live in today, and you got to find new ways to create revenue. And I know that Hunter talked about a little bit at the SEC meetings. We've got a clip from him we'll play a little bit later, but what's the latest on all that?
Yeah, and backstory on this, and you alluded to it. Our hand was forced in having to do this. I mean, it's been 30 years since we opened Bud Walton, and felt like we were going to reseat, but we were going to do it in conjunction with a renovation. Then there was NIL happened, and so many things that really forced our attention to focus on NIL first before a renovation. We moved forward with this. We told folks in January that we're going to have more details. We came out with it. I know folks are like, you're crazy. You're 1-5 or 1-6 at the time, and what we launched this. And we moved forward with it, and thankfully, obviously, the season ended on a positive note, although we didn't advance to the Elite Eight. Still really good year, all things considered. But our pledge deadline was March 31st, and we gave people really until June 30th. So we're coming up. We've got about another month or so for people to make decisions on submitting their ticket request, and also making their final decision on any kind of increase in their pledge. But to date, right now, we went into this hoping to generate somewhere between $4 and $6 million. Right now, our annual fund stands at we have a surplus of $6.3 million. So it's incredible, absolutely incredible what people have done to step up to help. Some of this was a little bit football related, but I'd say 95% of it was basketball driven. This is something that, again, hasn't been done in a long, long time. People are seeing this as an opportunity to get involved that maybe haven't been involved. People will be able to consolidate their seats. Right now, most of the folks that have seats in the building that have 6, 8, 10, those seats are kind of scattered amongst the buildings, so now they'll be able to consolidate We did reduce the quantity of tickets that people would qualify for to hopefully create other opportunities for folks to get involved. So really excited about, certainly from a financial perspective, $6.3 million. We've also, Justin, had what we call here at the Razorback Foundation positioning gifts. And these are people that they pick the level that they want to be at, but then they make a one-time philanthropic gift that gets them points, which helps accelerate them within their membership level. So to date, in this year, we've had about $4.5 million of positioning gifts, and we anticipate some additional coming. And then I don't know if everybody knows this, but I'll share this with the listeners. We are going to add 28 new courtside seats to Bud Walton Arena. Right now, we have courtside seats that are located along the sideline on the south end, and we have, courtside on the east end. We have 10 seats there. We're going to add courtside seats to both baselines on either side of the hoop. It's going to be 28 seats, but of that 28, we're going to go with what we call sideline premier seats, and we're going to create 4 seats right next to the home bench and 4 seats right next to the visiting bench. And when I say right next to it, there is a 3-foot gap in order for the donor to get out of their seats, but they will be right next to Coach Calipari.
Okay.
They will be right next to any visiting team coach. So we believe just those 8 seats alone will generate about $3 million. You can do the math. It's about $375,000 per seat a year.
Okay.
And so we're going to start that allocation process in July, along with the other 22 baseline new seats that we had. And we'll go through that process. And when you add all of this revenue up, and again, it's all about finding new ways to generate revenue, cut costs, all those things. I mean, we could be looking at this initial first year in the $15 million range, which will help support the revenue sharing.
Yeah.
And this is an annual thing. Those positioning gifts, those are one time, but from a annual incremental increase, we're talking about 6.3 that may grow, and we're talking about $3 million in these sideline premier seats that if we sell them and we think we have the demand to do that, it will generate for our program.
DJ, better snatch one of those up while you can. We're talking to Ryan White, the executive director of the Razorback Foundation. And, again, there are people who listen to the show or listen to, talk about sports, and it's like they don't want to hear about the business side of it. But it used to be recruiting and some other things with the lifeblood of programs. Now it's about the money. I hate to say it. That's part of the deal. I mean, you've always competed with facilities, but this is a part of the story now, and it may not be the one you want to hear first, and it certainly isn't. You want to talk about kids and ball games, but this is the story to me in a lot of ways, and it's just the way it is. It's just the new reality we live in. I want to ask you about Coach Cal before we let you go.
I got a question.
You got a lot of great. Okay, go ahead.
Do you feel like transparency on how much these kids were making would maybe sit better with people who donate?
Absolutely, and I think that's where we're hoping to head. In terms of right now, the last couple of years, there's been a lack of transparency. I think if we could create more guardrails in this process, I think that would be extremely helpful. But yeah, absolutely. There's going to be fans, and I get it, and we all get it. And Hunter has said this a number of times. We don't have to like this new world of college athletics, but if we're going to be competitive and we want to remain in the SEC and we want to win national championships and we want to have a high caliber athletics program, you have to play the game. And the game now is more than scholarships. It's more than facilities. It's now investing in NIL. And so we've taken that approach, and we're doing the best to compete in this new world of college athletics.
And my last thing here.
Dang it,
go ahead, DJ, if you got one. Yeah, we need to hit a break.
I know.
Go ahead.
I was just curious, too. Do you know if there's something maybe that's understood when they agree to how much money they're going to get, that they ask these kids really not to share it with anyone? Because you don't see any post about social media, hey, I agreed to $400,000, or, do they talk amongst it with their peers, or do they try to encourage them to stay away from that so no one feels like it's not fair?
Truth answer here, I'll be very candid with you. I don't I don't get involved in that side of the business. We're certainly asked to help raise the money and help support the collective here from a foundation perspective. But how the contracts are written and what student athletes can disclose or not disclose, I mean, we're privy to a little bit of that information, but I really don't know, unfortunately.
All right, last thing, we'll let you go. I want to ask about Coach Cal. I had a chance to go to the road show you guys did where you travel around the state, which I think is a great idea, by the way. It's a great way to get folks revved up. It's a lot of effort. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of coordination. I think it was beautifully executed. Even though Coach Z was involved, it went really well. Just kidding. But it is watching Coach Cal, it reminds me of Bill Clinton. The way he works a room, he is so eager to talk to everybody, and just people respond to him. I got to think the ancillary benefit, of him being who he is. Obviously, his reputation helps. Him winning games this year at the end of the season after the tough start in the league certainly helps. But, man, what a nice thing to have as part of your overall picture, I would think. And he's such an ambassador for the program. He's talking about, as far as like the whatever it's called, the trophy for the overall with athletics. Learfield, yeah. But, I mean, it's got to be awesome for you guys to have a representative like that, not only as a basketball coach, but for everything else he does.
Oh, he's unbelievable. And you kind of hit on it. His energy level is amazing. I mean, you just follow him on Twitter where he almost feels like if he is here in Fayetteville, he's not out being an ambassador for the university, for his program, all the former players that he's coached. And what you see is what you get with Coach Cal. Certainly, I feel like I've got a really good relationship with him now. He's been willing to help in anything that we're trying to do here, and so he is a Hall of Fame coach, and he has high expectations for us and his program, but we've embraced that, and it's been fun working with him and his staff.
We got to head a break. Appreciate the time today, and thanks for letting us camp out today. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Justin.
All right, appreciate it. That's Ryan White with the Razorback Foundation. We're going to take a break, and as we do, I want to tell you about what's going on at Oaklawn. Again, if you want to, I probably shouldn't talk about this too loudly in here, but I think everybody understands that there are wagering opportunities for baseball games going on this weekend, including the regional here in Fayetteville, Little Rock's down in Baton Rouge, and a lot of other great games going on. You've also got NBA basketball tonight with the Pacers and the Knicks. Knicks are a favorite at home at Oaklawn Sports, so you can download the app, Oaklawn Sports, on your iPhone or your Android. You can go to oaklawnsports.com, and you can get in on that. You got Major League Baseball games going on, and a lot more happening right now. And look, Arkansas is not in it, unfortunately, but you got the Women's College World Series about to start, too. So plenty of good things going on. And, of course, great things happening at Oaklawn in Hot Springs if you want to make the trip down there. Bugler, Oak Room, lots of great dining options. You got Pop's Lounge. You got the Mainline Sports Bar. Great place to watch all these regional games this weekend. If you want to check out some of the things there, they've got spectacular wings and great food across the board and a lot of fun to be had in the casino as well. And if you want to book your room, you can also go to oaklawn.com. A lot of good things happening. It's all in Hot Springs. It is at Oaklawn. More information for all of this at oaklawn.com.
I can make it for once in my life. I have someone who needs me. Someone who needs me.
It's high-flying action in Hot Springs at Oaklawn's Arena League Field at Banco ZK Arena. Arena football featuring your Hot Springs Wise Guys. Hard-hitting action, speed like no other, and indoors at Oaklawn's Arena League Field at Banco ZK Arena. Hot Springs Wise Guys' first home game is Saturday, May 31st against the Eau Claire Axemen. Tickets available online only at hotspringswiseguys.com. Don't miss the action Saturday, May 31st. Hot Springs Wise Guys take on the Eau Claire Axemen at Oaklawn's Arena League Field at Banco ZK Arena.
Jim's Razorback Pizza is the place to visit when craving some delicious, authentic pizza. They're known for amazing thin crust pies and the best Detroit-style deep dish pizza in town. You can also order freshly baked pasta or wings, along with specialty baked sandwiches, fries, and signature salads. If you're looking for a great place to watch the game and the most accommodating service around, they'll save you a seat at Jim's Razorback Pizza in Little Rock and Morgan Maumelle.
March is gone. The brackets are done. Feels like we need some excitement.
Are you kidding? Do you realize how much is going on? Basketball, hockey, baseball, golf. It's like 8 seasons in one. It's the season of action.
And we can bet on all those with the Oaklawn Sports app.
That's the spirit. Now let's go lock in some bets.
Receive a 10% profit boost on qualifying 3-leg parlays. Bet all summer long. Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The big lot. The big lot has got the big lot.
Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram treats you like family because right now you get employee pricing plus.
Employee pricing plus?
You pay what we pay, plus get incentives you don't normally see with employee pricing, like interest rates as low as 3.9% APR on Ram half-ton trucks at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram on Alcoa Road in Benton.
Employee pricing plus. I get it.
See dealer for details.
Natural State Wholesale in Cabot has all kinds of flooring, tile, vinyl, hardwood, waterproof wood, and laminate. Their price will not be beat. Create a beautiful new bathroom with bathtubs, vanities, faucets, fixtures, and toilets. Tile for showers. New specials always coming and going, but always great wholesale pricing. 2011 North 2nd Street in Cabot. Go see the Flooring King Don Grisham himself. They're now open on Saturdays, 8 to noon.
This year, we considered hiring an ad agency to help with our marketing.
They pitched impressive visuals and a script that was inspiring.
And exotic animal mascots to help grab your attention.
In the end, we just decided to tell it to you straight. Shelter Insurance has award-winning customer service at affordable rates.
Plus, our local agents are there to help you understand what coverage you need.
See Shelter Agent Paul Griffin in Monticello, Sam Eklund in Star City, or Kyle Stone in Pine Bluff.
Welcome back to The Zone. You want to get into the show? Text us on our text line at 501-661-1037 or message us on our live fan feedback. Coverage of the SEC spring meetings from the Sandestin Hilton in Sandestin, Florida is presented by Blackman Auctions. For over 85 years, better auctions have always been Blackman Auctions. By Bet Saracen. Bet with the best sports betting app in Arkansas and win. And Beechwood Hospitality. The leader in stay and hotel property management is Beechwood Hospitality.
They're on the side burner, not the back burner. They're on the side. We have a great plan, but obviously it's very challenging for us to take on more debt service right now as we're figuring out how to plug $20.5 million of new expenses into our operating budget. And so we're going to let a couple of years get down the road with this. We have some debt that will roll off our books naturally from facilities will pay off in the next 3 to 4 years, and then we'll have the opportunity to revisit Bud Walton Arena and those renovations and potentially take on some more debt to do those.
That is Hunter Urachek, and we just talked to Ryan White from the foundation. It doesn't sound like they're taking on debt. It sounds like they're bringing in a whole bunch of revenue, and they've got some intriguing ways to do it. Trey Schaap joining us. Thanks to all our great sponsors down at the SEC meetings on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. Trey, welcome back, and great stuff yesterday. We've got a bunch more to get to from Coach Pittman. We already played a little bit of that, but we were just talking to Ryan White, so let's start there with the Bud Walton renovations, and he was telling us about some high-dollar seating opportunities for people who can sit literally next to the Razorback bench. They are not going to come cheap, but it is certainly a good revenue stream for the basketball program and for the foundation.
Yeah, no doubt. I think what you're going to see is that scores table kind of maybe – take on a new meaning to where it looks more like an NBA setup where you've got like the group of 4 seats next to the bench. I noticed last year in the game at MSG that Hunter Urachek was sitting in seats like that next to the Arkansas bench for that Arkansas-Michigan game. And look, in this day and age, you got to find revenue streams, and that's one way to do it. People will pay high dollar to sit right there next to the team.
Yep. Big talk yesterday. We talked about this a little bit with you yesterday on some of the other coaches you caught up with about 8 or 9 game schedule. I was telling the guys, too, I don't know if you saw the story, Trey, about Pat Forty was talking about how there's I don't know how sort of robust the movement is, but maybe trying to schedule a Big Ten SEC Challenge game late in the year to help buoy people's schedules, to help make their case for a playoff spot. But I know Coach Pittman has not been on board. I jokingly said that he's trying to push for 7 games in conference next year. But anyway, I mean, obviously it's a huge challenge no matter whether you play 8 or 9 or what they decide to do. And, he was talking about, there's these great non-conference games. We don't miss out on those. And I would make the argument that, hey, you can still play BYU or Notre Dame and play a 9-game conference schedule too. It wouldn't be easy, but you could do it.
Yeah, you could do it. I think Pat Forty got that from Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly was pushing for, playing an SEC Big Ten challenge, if you will, kind of like what the SEC and the ACC do in basketball right now. Could you do it later in the year, or would you do it earlier in the year? When would you do it? When would you know your opponent? Those are things that would have to be ironed out in that. But Sam Pittman, yes, he is not a fan of going to 9 conference games. He likes it at 8. And then one of the other key talking points or points from the meetings is the transfer portal. When is it? When would it be? And Sam Pittman is in favor of having it in January, the end of January, so that way he knows what his team looks like going into spring practice.
Trey, I saw the sound just came through. We haven't had a chance to hear it yet. We'll play some later if we have time. We're going to get some Dave Van Horn coming up in about 45 minutes also. But Coach Music talking down at the SEC meetings. And, it's interesting. Just I don't want to speak for her because I've been around her, so I don't really know how to read her personality. But to me, she seemed a little wide-eyed because it was jam-packed elbow to elbow at the road show when they came to Little Rock. And, Coach Cal is such a rock star. A lot of people were there to have a chance to talk to him or a chance to hear from him. And I think she was a little wowed by what she saw, and I'm sure she got that at some other stops along the way as well. She's still sort of settling in. I know she's got a great plan to help the women's program, but, that was a lot, I think, to take on when she came to town.
Yeah, after we got done talking, I kind of asked her about that, being able to go around the state. And I also asked her what intrigued her on the job at Arkansas, and she said it's Arkansas. It's the Razorbacks. It's a statewide product. And she said taking the road trip, going around, seeing the fan base, it got her more excited and pumped up for it. When you look at her and trying to build the program, she's been able to do it at every stop along the way so far. And she said, hey, it worked there, so it's going to work in the SEC. I did ask her, too, about being in that women's basketball coaches room. Was it kind of eye-opening experience? And she said it kind of was, because you get in there and you look, and, it's like a Dawn Staley, Kim Mulkey, a Vic Schaefer. It's just the leaders, the best of the best in the league, outside of, obviously, a Gino Auriemma, who is the best of women's college basketball. But, the tops of the tops are in the SEC, and the money's there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. What's going on today?
Well, so the presidents and ADs are meeting. The commissioner will speak after the general business session, which will take place about 3 o'clock, that general business session. So if any new legislation in the SEC bylaws has to come out, we will find that out after that meeting is done, and then the commissioner will speak to the assembled media, and then they're basically wrapping it up after that.
Gotcha. Well, listen, great work this week, and thanks one more time for our sponsors. Trey, if you want to do that, and safe travels home. Appreciate you doing all this stuff this week. It's always great. The SEC meetings are kind of it's still relatively new. It's been 10 years maybe we've been doing these. How long have you been going down there?
I think probably, about 10 years, maybe a little longer, 11 or 12. We knew about them early on. It's just that it's hard to get in. Once you get in, though, it's kind of like Augusta National, I think. Once you get a credential, then they kind of keep up with you and stuff. So, no, but it's good networking. They know what the buzz is, the value of the buzz, and it's good to be here. And it lends, legitimacy to what we do back. And it's good to get comments and bring the news back to the people of the state of Arkansas.
No doubt. Well, good stuff. And thanks again to Blackman Auctions and Bet Saracen, as well as Beechwood Hospitality, correct? Is that what they are now?
That's it. That's what they are now. Yep. Got it.
Took me a week to get it down, but I got it. All right, man. Listen, safe travels, Trey. Good stuff. I appreciate you, and we'll get some of that other sound on here in a little bit.
All right. You bet, guys.
All right. Up against the top of the hour. Next hour, Trey Biddy's going to join us over here at the Foundation office. We are also going to have Bubba Carpenter stopping by at some point today.
Oh, in person?
Nice. Yes. Handsome man. We'll see him at 11:30. Hopefully he brings his bat, his lucky bat. Jackson Wells.
Yeah, rub his bat.
Bone his bat. I got to bone his bat. And then at 12:30 we'll have Jackson Wells from Baton Rouge down there with the Trojans getting ready to take on LSU tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Hogs play here tomorrow at 2. Pre-games at 1:30, and we're going to hear from Dave Van Horn before the end of the show today as well. So a lot more ahead in the final 2 hours. Stick around. We're live at the Razorback Foundation in Fayetteville, and you are in the zone.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end.
The homemade taste of bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Bluebell Groom's Cake Ice Cream is renewing its vows on the frozen aisle. Milk chocolate ice cream with chocolate cake pieces, chocolate-coated strawberry hearts, swirls of strawberry sauce, and chocolate icing. See you at the reception.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell ice cream at all Kroger stores and all Walgreens.
High school and college baseball are back in the natural state. Join me, Kevin Bohannon, every week on Drive Time Sports for Around the Horn, brought to you by Fence Brokers.
This is Larry Culpepper, the inventor of the college football playoff. When I'm in Arkansas, I always listen to 103.7 The Buzz. Ice cold, Dr. Pepper, help!
Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
The search continues for a former police chief convicted of murder and rape. Today is the fifth day Grant Hardin has been on the run since escaping prison in Calico Rock. Investigators believe he used a disguise to look like a Department of Corrections officer to make his way out the door. The Department of Corrections is still trying to figure out how he made his disguise and where he could have gone. The DOC says the rocky terrain, rainy weather, and Hardin's background in law enforcement has made it difficult to find him. Investigators have expanded their search. Hardin will face a second-degree escape charge once he's caught. President Donald Trump has pardoned a former Arkansas senator who was sentenced for bribery and tax fraud. Jeremy Hutchinson, the nephew of former Governor Asa Hutchinson, was serving a combined 8-year federal prison sentence after pleading guilty to charges of filing a false tax return and 2 counts of conspiracy to commit federal program bribery. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
If you don't already have the Bet Saracen Sports Wager app, download it today from the app stores or go to BetSaracen.com. Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports betting app.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
Mostly cloudy today with a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon with a high of 80. Maybe some stronger thunderstorms, but probably not severe thunderstorms. The chance of showers and thunderstorms will continue through the evening hours. It's a 40% chance of rain, and overnight we'll have a low of 60. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
The games are on, the food's delicious, and here you are always part of the team. Welcome to Walk On Sports Bistro, where every day is game day. Whether it's a post-win celebration, drinks after work, or taking the fam for some made-from-scratch favorites. Walk On's is your go-to for good times, craft beer, and cocktails, and bold flavors for fans of all ages, from melty mozzarella logs to Hall of Fame level burgers. Stop by today or order online in the app. Walk On Sports Bistro. Game on.
On Friday, April 11th of this year, I finished my first year driving a GV70 from Genesis of Conway. So, what's the big deal? It's this. It's the Craig O'Neill Anniversary Sale at Genesis of Conway. To celebrate 1 year of driving the 2024 GV70, you're invited to come in and learn how you can get a 2025 for as low as $497 a month. Yes, $497 a month. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TURN to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TURN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TURN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. If you're like a lot of people I know, you're spending a lot of time at home this year watching basketball and other sports, and your home's your happy place. You may be noticing, though, the scuffs and faded colors on your walls, and that can drive you crazy. That's where CertaPro can help with a paint refresh. They can make your experience worry-free, starting with a free estimate. They're always easy, and they get you a quote right away. Schedule your estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. And each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
When you golf in Missouri, the courses are so close you'll spend more time on the fairway than the freeway. After the back nine, enjoy world-class dining and distilleries, shops and spas, museums, and more. Find your new golf MO at visitmo.com.
This is Justin Acri with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can. Only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Thanks for choosing Whataburger. What can I get started for you?
At Whataburger, each meal is made to order, so you can always get exactly what you crave. If that's a Whataburger What-A-Meal, you got it. But if you're in the mood for something a little more you, like a Whataburger with grilled onions, crispy bacon, and creamy pepper sauce, go for it. March to the beat of your own drum. Bite into the beef of your own Whataburger creation. Whataburger, just like you like it.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will.
Coverage of the NCAA Regionals is brought to you by Whataburger and Edwards Food Giant.
Well, Whataburger sounds good right now. May hit up Edwards Food Giant, the meat people, for a couple ribeyes tonight, too. Steak it up before I get all seafooded next week, boys, down at the beach.
Which beach you going to? Not to out you.
Destin.
Okay.
I don't think that's outing me.
Well, I don't know. You're such a celebrity that people may show up now. They're just coming back.
Oh,
I see
yes,
Justin Acri down there.
Same spot. What's the neighborhood called again that you stay at?
I will give
What's
you the
the
address.
house number? Yeah.
Isn't it like 21C or what's it called? Like a what's that place you stay?
30A?
30A,
Oh.
yeah. You big 30A guy.
21C. DJ, I grew up in a
27.
trailer, buddy. 38 ain't my scene, okay?
Okay.
We are I got 4 dads going in on one house in Destin. We're sharing it together with our 4 idiot kids, and it's going to be fun as crap. We're going to have a good time. We're going to eat our weight in seafood, and it's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
So it's not on 30A?
No, it's in Sandestin. 30A is after that. It's further down.
It's on 40B.
Yeah. 30A is where, like, people go because they're like, I'm sorry. Destin's not cool anymore. I got to get further away from these people. They're just a bunch of rednecks. I got to get further down the beach. And then it's like the next community, the next community, the next community. And, like, you get to the point where it's, like, complete Snooterville, and I'm like, I don't think I belong here. So, you know, I need to go back the other way. Like, I need to be in, like, you know, Fort Morgan or something. You know, that's more my speed. So I need brackish water, brown sand.
Nice.
You know.
Go to Galveston.
Nothing but heavily I'm not going to get into it. Anyway, there's a certain kind of clientele that I'm comfortable hanging out with. You know what I mean? And 30A ain't it. But I do like it down there. I will tell you that. Our buddy, you know, when I was down there over the basketball season, I went and hung out with the Cromwells, our friends from Rock and Roll Sushi. I mean, they've been friends of mine for a long time.
Where-
I saw that. But anyway.
Where is 30A? Is that in?
30A is past Destin. You just keep
Okay,
going down further down the Panhandle.
All right.
So there's a bunch of communities along there, but that is not my jam. I mean, it's great. I love it. It's beautiful. I love going like Rosemary and then all the ones past that, but it's awesome. The whole area is cool. It's just I've never really made it a point. I'm completely content going to Orange Beach. That's fine for me.
So I know there's
Destin, which is a little further, but
there's a lot of Sandestin merch. You see the hats and all that stuff. Do they have 30A merch?
30A merch is way more popular than Destin that I've seen.
Really?
30A. Oh, 30A is like a badge of honor. It's like,
is it like when you see somebody walking around with like an Alotion hat or shirt?
Yeah, but when you take it off and you walk around, you have to put your pinky out. It's like, oh, look at my 30A hat. I'm so cool. I'm so sad. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just not fancy. It's cool. Give me water, cold beer, and get out of my way and leave me alone. I'm good. You know what I mean? Maybe occasional round of golf. I will say this. The one good thing about where we're staying, there's more golf around Destin than there is along 30A. So if it's a golf trip, 30A may not be your jam.
They probably play polo over there or something, or lacrosse.
Yes, exactly. Oh, we've got a pinochle game that is for high stakes tonight. It's going to be great. All right, let's get the Red White Report in quick, and we'll talk to Mr. Biddy.
The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
I'm not saying if you go to 30A that you're a snooty a-hole. I'm just saying
it's more likely that you are.
There's a chance. It's a possibility. You don't care. That's the one thing about people like that. They don't care what you think of them.
Yeah.
They're like, I like going here. I'm trying to get away from people like you, Justin. I don't want to be around you. I get it. I don't want to be around me most of the time either. Right over next to where I am here at the Razorback Foundation, the Arkansas baseball team is practicing for 5 more minutes, and then the press conference is going to happen right after that. So we will hear from Dave Van Horn in our final hour today. Come Hades or high water. Kansas, Creighton, North Dakota State in order, taking the field and press conferencing after that. So we should hear from all of them before the day is out, and you'll hear a bunch of them on Out of Bounds and Drive Time today, I'm quite sure. Tomorrow you won't hear anything for the most part, especially from Out of Bounds. You get 30 minutes, and then Drive Time will be limited to an hour max tomorrow. But the first game, of course, is at 2 o'clock, 1:30 pregame on the Buzz. Hogs and Bisons. Bison, yeah. Bison, yeah. Bisons is someone else. I get confused. Anyway, North Dakota State.
What is Harding?
Harding is Bisons. That's it. That's what I was thinking of. So. It's a Church of Christ thing because Lipscomb's the same way. They're Bisons. Yeah, they're like Bisons. It's Bison for North Dakota State. Anyway, they've got a couple good pitchers, and I saw there was a story about that. We'll talk to Tom Murphy about expectation tomorrow. Somebody just told me that Joe Klein goes to 38. Of course he does.
Yeah, that makes so much sense now.
Let's be honest. Joe doesn't care. That ain't him. And I'm not saying Dana's snotty at all.
He's definitely more of an Orange Beach guy.
100%. Joe's he's like a kiddie pool in the backyard guy. Anyway, I got sidetracked. What are we doing? Let's see. Oh, Little Rock. We're going to talk about them, too, a little bit later. They're playing down at LSU. And obviously 13 teams from the SEC. And 8 of them hosting. It's going to be very SEC-centric. I assume the SEC won out on our question of the day yesterday, Christian?
Oh, I need to look that up. I forgot. I would assume so.
There's a police officer with his lights flashing that just rolled up in the foundation parking lot.
Are you wanted?
Hopefully not to tow my car. I don't think so. Maybe I said something wrong.
SEC won 96% to 4%. I think that may be a little aggressive.
Wow.
Little aggressive,
let's bring
maybe.
Trey Biddy in. Yeah, it might be. Let's bring Trey Biddy in and ask him what he thinks about it. And we'll ask him about some of the things going on at the SEC meetings.
He's had his finger on the pulse of Arkansas sports more than anyone else. You've heard him on Drive Time Sports for years. Now, he's bringing his talents to the zone also. He's Trey Biddy of hogsports.com. He's brought to you by Tire Town, Point S in Benton, carrying all the top tire brands. There's no stress with Point S. Check them out at pointstire.com.
All right, I stole Trey's location for... what are you showing him over there?
Sydney Sweeney's selling a soap that is made with partially her bathwater. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Very. Oh my gosh! Now we got an ambulance. I hope nobody got hurt here. What is going on right now?
About to hit us with some breaking news?
I don't know. I hope not. What? That's like Gwyneth Paltrow, I guess. Maybe she's selling on her website.
Yeah.
On Goop.
Some Goop.
I need to find out what the heck's going on here. I hope everybody's okay. Anyway, Trey Biddy, sorry about stealing your tie line. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, a friend of mine wanted to know where you buy that soap.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, it's
a friend of yours?
It's Dr. Squatch soap. I've seen it in Walmart, so maybe you can get
Oh,
some
yeah, I've heard
Walmart
of that.
bath water soap.
I've heard of that. Yeah, I wanted to come be with you guys. The press conference for baseball is at 11:25 today.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm right next door to where it is. I mean, I don't know what you're looking for there, but it's okay. Will you find out what's up with the ambulance while you're over there, Trey? Because I'm stuck at the foundation office, so I need to know what's going on. A friend of mine just texted me, wanted to know if he could make his own soap from her bath water, but he's got to collect it on his own, he said.
She's not
I
still
guess I
in the
already know the
bath.
answer.
You're just getting it after she's been.
Yeah. That soap's
okay.
not going to age well. I just got a feeling.
DJ is not a fan of Sydney Sweeney anyway, so he doesn't
Whose
even care
bathwater
about
soap
either.
do you want, DJ?
Yeah, DJ, who's?
Ebony
who's
Mitchell's.
DJ?
Oh, what an answer.
Good answer. You got enough trouble earlier this week. You got in trouble yesterday. Anyway, muy bien. How do you stay soap in Espanol? All right, so let's talk about Coach Pittman. 8 and 9 game schedule has been much debated at the SEC meetings, Trey, and Coach Pittman has long been in favor of 8, but I think he accepts the fact that 9 is likely to come not too far down the road.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question. We knew when they first announced 8, after the SEC moved to 16, that it would eventually be 9. And just based largely, like, we're going to keep things, the way they are and preserve the rivalries and stuff. There's no way that they're getting rid of Auburn, Georgia, the South's longest-running active rivalry. There's no way they're getting rid of Alabama, Auburn, or Alabama, Tennessee. Like, those games would all be impacted if they went to an 8-game schedule, if they did it the way they want to, where you actually play other teams in your conference on a semi-regular basis. So there's no way around 9. I don't blame Sam for wanting to keep it at 8. Arkansas gets brutalized every single year with, one of, if not the toughest schedule in the SEC. It just happens every single year. And I've brought up the point to you guys, like, I don't know why Arkansas' schedule is so ridiculous every year, but and Missouri gets away with the schedule that they have. I mean, and these teams are in the same conference, but 9 games is the only way to go. It just is.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
I hope
and
I hope that they don't do away with games against major non-conference opponents like an Oklahoma State or Notre Dame or stuff like that, because nobody wants to watch Arkansas play, whoever, nobody team in Week 10. Nobody wants to see that. So, get you a warm-up game, put you another one in there, fine. But let's stop playing, all these easy non-conference rent-a-win opponents.
I don't like them late in the year either. There's always that 1 week where everybody's playing, scrubs, and it sucks. And it's not. Once you're into the heart of the SEC schedule, forget it.
Yeah.
What do you think about this idea that I guess Brian Kelly floated and Pat Forty sort of expanded on in his column about maybe doing a challenge game, league to league with the Big Ten, and putting matchups together late in the season depending on where everybody's seated?
A challenge? I guess I missed that part. So
it's like Big Ten SEC challenge, and you'd match up teams from each league to face each other
like
late
you
in
do
the year.
with basketball?
But you'd have a hold spot. You wouldn't have an assigned opponent until late in the year. They base it, I think, on how the teams were doing at that point in the season. But I could be wrong.
That could be fun. That could be fun. A little delayed schedule deal, and maybe get you a clearer picture of the playoffs or something. That would be interesting, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to happen.
Coach Pittman, there's a lot of talk about portal window, obviously, as well. What do you think happens there? How much does the SEC have to say about that? And what do you think should happen?
Well, I like the idea of one portal window, and this is coming from somebody who sees an intense amount of traffic during the portals. So, for me to say it, I think that says something because it's good for traffic. But I think it makes sense for college football to move to one. I'm not so convinced that January is the right time either, because you still have college football playoff stuff, and it's just a busy time recruiting, and coaches are changing jobs and stuff. I've thought since they're allowed to do so much more with these players in the summer now than they used to be able to, I think they should move the portal window to like April. Just have that one portal window. And if you want to transfer, you don't get to go through spring football. You don't get to have it all. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I feel like we're just trying to cram so much into that, and it's because of the academic calendar, which they're not going to change the academic calendar for football. They're just not going to do that. So to me, like, if you want to transfer, you just have to wait till April. And I think that would be the ideal portal window. There's not an ideal one because of the calendar, the way it works out. But based on what they're talking about right now, I say move it to January. That's a lot to cram in a short amount of time and get people enrolled for classes. If you, when did classes start this year? Was it January 16th or something? 17th?
Sounds about right.
That's a very short window. Now, technically, you've got that next week to enroll. You can enroll as long as you're enrolled by Friday of the first weeks of classes. I think you're good. At least that's how it was when I was in college a century ago. But I'm in favor of the one portal window. The two portal window there's too many opportunities to leverage, all the stuff with agents, and it just, I don't know. And I don't think the fans like it. I don't think the fans like all this transferring and stuff. I think it's bad for the game and the fans' perception of the game. I think you have to protect the players, the coaches, the integrity of the game, and the fans and how they view the game. Those are all very important parts of college football.
Trey, as far as updates on what we talked about as far as money, I'm just curious about your thoughts too. I can't help it. Transparency. Do you think that is essential for things to move forward in the right direction of knowing how much each player individually makes?
I would like to know that. I don't know how you do it through the NIL deal, as long as you're calling it NIL, since it's technically, not a paycheck, I guess. So I don't know how you enforce that. As long as we're calling pay for play NIL, I don't know how you would enforce that. But yeah, I would love to see some transparency. I mean, there's stuff out there that tell you, people talk, and you can get a good idea of what a player is worth based on, where they're ranked as a transfer or as a recruit, but there's no solid numbers out there. That would be nice to see. I mean, college football is the least transparent, least organized sport in maybe the world right now, from Little League to the NFL to whatever they're doing in Europe right now. It is the least organized sport anywhere. College football and college basketball both.
I still don't know what happened with the ambulance or the
Oh, I
police
thought
car,
that's
but,
what this
We were
was.
getting an update on that.
Arkansas baseball has just tweeted out the Friday starter is official. It is Aiden Jimenez.
Okay.
Will take the bump tomorrow for the Hogs against the Bison of North Dakota State. So there you go. I'm not shocked by that. I thought Gage Wood might get a look. I thought even Gackle might start, but they're going to go with Jimenez. So I like that. That's fine. I don't have an issue with any of that. I don't think I could have complained about anybody. They would have started for the most part. So anyway, sorry, Trey.
Can I ask Trey one more question about football?
You can ask as many questions as you want about anything you want.
So today our meteorologists are met, like we like to call them in the newsroom. Juliana Colin, she's a Kansas fan, and so she's very excited about the regional this weekend. But then she started doing some deep dive research for some odd reason about football. And she said Arkansas's recruiting class this year would rank third in the Sun Belt. Was she right when she said that?
I saw that too.
Ooh, that's rude.
The 2025 class?
Yes.
26, I
the
think.
26
currently.
class, the current class would rank third in the Sun Belt.
The current class is 15th nationally.
Okay, so this would be for the
this is
next
wrong.
year?
You're talking about the 26th class, they have 15 commitments. These are the guys that haven't enrolled right. This
Okay,
is what you're talking about?
so she's stretching. She's pulling numbers way too early. When she said that, that kind of caught me off guard, and that had me a little nervous. Okay, I feel a little bit better. You saying we're 15th nationally now?
Yeah, I don't know where she's pulling that from.
And that's is that portal guys or just high school or
High school,
everybody?
right?
Well, there's no portal right now for 2026.
Okay.
There's not anybody been added, but Kansas's recruiting class is ranked highly right now for 2026.
Wow.
But
isn't this
there's nobody in the Sun Belt that's ranked in the top. I can't imagine in the top 50.
Isn't
there's
this
anybody ranked?
The reason Arkansas is like 15th is just because they have more recruits than almost anybody at this point?
They don't. They have 15. Syracuse has 16. Illinois has 16. Kansas has 16. Penn State has 17. I'm just looking at the list right now. USC is number 1 with 26 commits. Notre Dame has 16. So, no, they're not. It's not overwhelming. Now, there are plenty of other schools that are going to move up the rankings. Like Tennessee only has 8. Texas only has 8. Those are teams in the 20s right now. Ole Miss only has 8. Auburn only has 7. So, yes, eventually you're right in that regard that there are schools that are traditionally going to be in the top 20 that have a low number of commits right now. And Arkansas they're going to have to do better to get ranked, obviously, when it's all said and done. Sam Pittman's only had one top 25 recruiting class. But at the same time, the way things have shaken out with NIL and Arkansas's budget and everything these past years, they have chosen to spend more money on transfers than on recruiting. They have not, they'll go after a few guys, a Tavian Wallace or, guys like that who can make an impact as freshmen. But for the most part, it's a little bit more developmental. Like there's a high number of offensive linemen in the last class and in this class that's currently committed, guys that you may want to develop more inside the program. But as far as just super highly rated recruits, generally they haven't targeted those guys because they cost a lot of money to bring in. To this point, they cost a lot of money to bring into the program, and you would rather spend, your big bucks on guys that are going to make an immediate impact. If you're Arkansas, I think it's just kind of the landscape. You've got some programs that are just, up to their knees in talent and up to their necks in talent, I should say, because they have a big backyard. Arkansas just does not have that backyard for talent inside the state. And at the same time, they've chosen to let some guys walk instead of paying, what some other schools are willing to pay. Some of the top prospects from last year didn't go to Arkansas. Yeah, Carius Kern. Well, Marion Robinson and the kid Wimberly from Bauxite. Those are the 4-star prospects in the state last year. They all went out of state. Year before that, you got some guys like Charlie Collins, but Walker White went to Auburn. He's now at Baylor. Courtney Crutchfield went to Missouri. He's now at Arkansas. And I believe there's another one that I'm not thinking of. But they have not invested, to me, as much in in-state recruiting. And guys, I got to be honest, the in-state guys lately who have been really highly regarded have not been living up to that ranking. I mean, maybe a guy here and there, but for the most part, it hasn't been what you want to see out of the state of Arkansas.
Did you notice the Trey Biddy Freudian slip that Arkansas was up to its knees in talent? Did you notice that?
Yeah. You talk about the in-state, and I agree because it's just here or there, but I do think some guys just can't miss, and you talked about not investing in freshmen and in-state talent. But when you get a guy like Carius Kern, I've been keeping up with him just because I was very excited when he committed to Arkansas, and I hated that Arkansas didn't give him what he wanted. He posted the other day, this dude's a freshman, 6'5", 350 pounds, and he's in the end zone during practice doing backflips. I mean, you talk about athleticism that is almost second to none in the entire country. I mean, he's benching out over 30 reps on 225, and he just has that mean mentality that you would want in an offensive line. It just doesn't make sense to me how you don't figure out how to keep this guy here, even if it comes down to the money. I think you need to have a couple spare, I would say, offers in the bag for guys like that, because I think that's what you build your program around. Am I wrong on that?
Yeah, well, I mean, up till now, Sam Pittman, all the decisions he's made has been things we agree with, right? I'm joking. So I agree with you on Carius Kern. I think Carius Kern is going to be a really special player. The state of Arkansas, for whatever reason, does not produce a lot of guys like that. And I think he can play defense, too. I like him at defensive tackle just as much. But
I don't know what good doing backflips is going to do him. I've never seen a guy do a backflip that mattered.
I'm just saying, when you have a guy with that type of athleticism and explosion to get 300. Okay, all right, never mind.
I get it.
Sorry.
All right, hey, listen, we got to run. I appreciate the stuff from Trey always. He's great and insightful. Somebody just sent us on Twitter. Appreciate JR15, Jay Riddle. It was some guy named Jacob Davis, who is verified, so it must be official. Arkansas's official, it says average player rating in 2026 is 87.18. That's last in the SEC, good for third in the Sun Belt.
Maybe this is on another outlet other than 247 Sports. I don't know.
I mean, I'm looking at the composite ranking.
Okay.
For 26?
Arkansas's average, what did it say?
87.18? I don't know what that means.
Yeah, 87.18. I mean, I don't know. Average player ranking?
Yeah. Listen,
okay,
we got till next week to sort it out. You got a week to figure it out. We can legitimize or poo-poo this.
I'm gonna wager that when everything's said and done on the recruiting class, that Arkansas won't be behind
anybody in the Sun Belt. Yeah, I agree. Well, shit.
All right.
I mean,
may still be last in the SEC though. Unfortunately, we'll see.
Possibly. Ahead of there's Vanderbilt still.
Yeah, that's true. There's always Vanderbilt.
Well, Vanderbilt's not to be trifled with right now. If you guys watch them last year, they're pretty good.
He wasn't wrong. Anyway. He was just early.
That's no doubt. Trey, we got to roll. Appreciate it.
Yep. Bye, guys.
All right, as we head into the break, Bubba is here, so we're going to talk to him after the break about Razorback baseball, get his thoughts on North Dakota State. Aiden Jimenez is the starter for Arkansas, what he thinks about that, and the plan for Arkansas pitching for the weekend. There's lots of options for Dave Van Horn and Matt Hobbs, so we'll see what they decide to do. But I do want to tell you about our friends at Cash. Great place to celebrate a Razorback win or to pregame before one if they play late, which, again, tomorrow's game's at 2, so that's not the case. But you can certainly go there for lunch tomorrow and have a little fried chicken before the game starts. 501-850-0265 if you've got a special event you want to book there. We've got another one coming up on June 10th. That is the Wagering 101, little betting lesson with Oaklawn Sports. We're going to hold it Cash upstairs, and you can email Chuck at signamedia.com if you want to join us for that. It is free of charge, and it comes with beer, wine, and snacks for those 21 and up, and we'll teach you a little bit about wagering. And by we, I mean Zach mostly. Anyway, great place for lunch or dinner, great place to have drinks, and certainly for special events. You can call and book, or you can check out reservations at their website and see their menu at cashlittlerock.com, C-A-C-H-E littlerock.com. Today, special, of course, is catfish, and it's delicious. Tomorrow's chicken, fried chicken, and all kinds of good healthy options on there as well if you're interested. But it is a perfect spot for any occasion. It's Cash. We're back in a minute. Bubba going to join us.
Ortho Arkansas presents Razorback infielder Cam Koshel when he joins Morning Mayhem each Monday on 103.7 The Buzz. Ortho Arkansas, Ortho for all.
This is Sports Center.
The deadline to withdraw from the 2025 NBA draft and maintain college eligibility came and passed yesterday, and Razorback Adu Thero will be keeping his name in and foregoing the remainder of his collegiate career. According to most draft outlets, he's projected to go somewhere late first to early second in the draft. Sticking with draft news, Auburn got a boost as guard Tahad Pettiford announced he would be returning. Pettiford averaged 11 points on 37% from three in his freshman season. The Arkansas Travelers played 2 yesterday and lost 2 to the San Antonio Missions. Game 1 they fell 4-2 and then dropped Game 2 1-0. Their homestand continues tonight at 6:35 over at Dickey-Stevens Park. Radio coverage can be heard on 106.7 Buzz 2. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
Spring is here. It won't be long before you're planning a road trip. Get to Point S, Arkansas to get your car ready for it. Off-road tires for your pickup, ATV tires for your side-by-side, tires for your car to get your family around safely, Kumo, Toyo, Falcon, Blackhawk, Fortune, and more. And their Promise Plus road hazard protection to give you peace of mind. Stop by any Point S, Arkansas store, Bartlett Tire in Heber Springs, Tire Town in Benton, R&D Tire in Conway, and Fleet Tire in Pottsville or Russellville. Online at pointstire.com.
The leader in sportsbook apps in the state of Arkansas, Bet Saracen, has a club you might want to consider joining. It's the perfect offer for you if you like to play parlays. Head over to the Bet Saracen app, opt in, and get all the details on how to earn bonus cash with the Parlay Bonus Club. It's active through June, and it could be the key to stacks of sportsbook bonus cash. The Parlay Bonus Club on the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Going on at the Big Lot at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram on Alcoa Road in Benton.
How big are we talking here?
How about employee pricing plus?
Plus what?
Plus sales tax paid.
My sales tax too?
We've got the inventory. We've got the deals. You pay what we pay. Plus, get your sales tax paid at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, Alcoa Road at I-30 in Benton.
If you have a passion for adventure and unmatched quality, then head to Honda of North Little Rock for the best lineup of quality motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides. They have Honda's best models and will find the perfect ride just for you. That's Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
If you're loving what you hear on The Zone, you should try our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, or Twitter, or X if you're a nerd. Now let's get back into The Zone.
What if I just can't discover? What if I'm just taking too long?
All right, welcome back. It's 11:35. Let's welcome in Bubba officially. He is joining us here at the Foundation office. Unlike Trey Biddy, he apparently got the message, and he was kind enough to come over and kick it with us here today.
It's time for The Zone, to be joined by former Razorback baseball player and current Diamond Hog color commentator, Bubba Carpenter. Bubba Carpenter is brought to you by Johnston's Home Center in Benton. Visit them on the web at johnstonsHomeCenter.com. Johnston's Home Center in Benton. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. Now, let's play ball with Bubba Carpenter.
All right, let's do. Bubba, I want to take a call while you're on here with us. I don't know if he's still standing by. Stan is a longtime listener, and he calls frequently. I will say this. Stan, we got stuff to do, so I want to preface this by saying one thing. Are you going to repeat something you said over and over again, or is this going to be new material?
I just want to talk and keep it real, man. That's all.
Okay, keep it real, Stan, and get to some new material. What you got today?
I'm just saying, man. First of all, I want to say how about them Hogs?
Come on now.
Yeah, let's
How
do
about
it.
them?
Is Bubba there?
Yep.
Stan, I'm right here,
How you
buddy. How
doing,
you
Bub?
doing? I'm doing
DJ.
great.
Yes, sir. What's up, Stan?
How you doing, DJ?
Doing good, Stan.
Nah, I just keep it real, man. A lot of people don't want to hear the truth. I'm just keeping it real.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've been right so far for the last 2-3 years.
Yeah,
They don't do good, but then
it's easy to be right. Hating, being a hater, Stan. It's easy to be
no,
right.
No, I ain't no hate.
Yeah.
I'm just keeping it real, brother.
Yeah, there's only one team that can win it all every year. So you're just going to say that everybody else is not going to.
Listen to me.
Hey,
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna say it. I'll make it quick. Hey, they're a good team. Don't get me wrong, but they're not gonna go no.
Oh, sorry, Stan. Damn, that's a bummer. I hate that. Yeah.
You lost your connection?
Yeah, Stan is real annoying. And I like Stan, actually, as a person. I just think as a caller, he's the corn in a turd. And, I mean, he's just awful. And I don't know why he keeps calling up with this nonsensical garbage, hatred, negative energy. I don't need it in my life, Bubba. I need a cup-half-full guy.
Well, that's why I'm here, right? Hey, listen, here's the thing. I don't know if Stan's listening right now. And if he's getting ready to, I guess he was getting ready to hate on Razorback baseball, correct?
He hates on everything.
He wouldn't say
Nobody's
hate.
gonna win a national title
He was saying he's just keeping it real. Yeah, he's just trying to keep it real. That's what he was saying.
It's easy to say nobody's going to win a title because it's real hard to win a title in any sport. So I don't hear his ass calling during track and field season. Shut up, Stan.
You know, here's the thing. Baseball, I love baseball because it mirrors life. There's a lot of failure in it. You can watch a baseball game, and I hope Stan's listening right now, and you can pick out, like I could watch a Razorback game, love the Razorbacks, love Van Horn, love the team. I could pick out 50 negative things, or I could pick out 50 positive things. I view to pick out the positive things. The same thing, you wake up in the morning. I could look at my wife and say, wow, you know what? She's not a real good cook, but you know what? She looks damn good trying. You know, you got to find the positive. It's like life. You can wake up and be miserable, and no one wants to be around you. You can wake up and see the good things.
Here's my thing too. Like, people go, oh, they don't do this, or this guy didn't do that, or this guy missed this opportunity. It's like, unless Jesus suits up for the Hogs, like, there are going to be guys that are going to fall short in certain areas. I mean, they're doing a pretty damn good job, I would say, across the board this year. And only one team's going to win the title. That doesn't mean every other team is a bunch of scrubs.
Yeah. I tell you, the best team doesn't always win. It's the team that plays the best. You hear me say that all the time. And you get into a regional, anything can happen. Now, when you look at the talent, we're more talented than any team in this tournament, but we were last year as well. Things happen. I mean, they're college baseball players. You know, they're still learning. You can run up against a team that's hot. We ran up against a K-State team last year, really hot. The SEMO thing, I want to forget. You know, it is what it is. But, you know, when you lose with your stud on the mound to K-State, it's hard to bounce back from that. Baseball's mental, and we didn't flip the page and flip that switch back on and play SEMO like we should have. I think had we did, we'd have gone back and won that regional. But it happened. But you know what? It made us better, and I promise we learned from it, and we're going to approach this regional different.
Over the last decade, there have been a lot of great teams that have come through here. There are teams that have gone to Omaha and done damage. There's been teams that have been, you know, one out away from winning it. Where do you put this team in sort of the last decade or so of Razorback teams as far as, like, their completeness and their ability to maybe go to Omaha and do damage?
I think you don't have a Hagen Smith, but you've got a bunch of guys that know how to get outs. I think offensively, I mean, there's not like a superstar. I mean, Vaheva's a good player. I mean, we got a bunch of really good players, and that's what it takes to win. You know, I was just talking to you off the air. I spent what, 9 years in the Yankee organization. There were teams that we were loaded in AAA. On paper, we shouldn't have lost the game. We couldn't win because we had a bunch of me guys. I had years that we were okay, and we dominated because we played for the name on the front, not the name on the back. And I think that's the thing about this team, Justin. This I've said since the fall, and you can go back and listen. I've been in on this team from the fall, early spring. I love the players. I love doing interviews. Last year wasn't always the same. We didn't have the type of personalities last year. There were some guys that I didn't like interviewing because they weren't dynamic. It's got nothing to do with, I mean, all baseball players are good. When you get to college, there's good baseball players all over the place. These are good dudes. They get along. They love each other. I did a thing with Steve Sullivan yesterday, Sully, and the Mackey's Landing. And the Razorback team was there having a pizza party. Will McIntyre organized it. They're all hanging out. They could have been anywhere. They were done with their workout. They could have been anywhere. They were there having a pizza party together. They love each other. They play for each other. And more importantly, they play for the name on the front of the jersey, not the name on the back. And they feel like when they go out on the field, they're representing the state of Arkansas. Get a team doing that, and they're dangerous.
Yeah, I would think that Will McIntyre is among, or if not the top guy as far as like leading the pride in the state. And again, he didn't have to come back this year, and I know he's got to be thrilled that he is, and probably soaking in these last opportunities to play at Baum Walker. So Jimenez is going to be the starter. What do you think about the decision? I mean, Dave could have gone a lot of different directions here with his first game.
You know, I missed that one. I was anticipating Bidle Cheese.
Okay,
I really was. I thought Bidle Cheese would be a good one, but when you look at it, I think Aiden has been steady all year. I think he's continued to get better coming back from the injury. I think it's a great call. I really do. I think North Dakota State hasn't seen anything like Aiden. I mean, they've played Alabama, they played LSU, but that was early in the year. I don't know that they've seen a pitcher like Aiden. Sinker, slider guy, can throw. He's got some power. Good velo. He can be up to 94, 95 when he needs to. He's better when he pitches around 93. But more importantly, he's going to throw strikes. He's going to be around the zone. And these guys have not seen an environment like Baum Walker, so it's going to be a little bit different for them.
Well, the weather's spectacular. 74 degrees and sunny. I mean, when's the last time you got regional weather like that? It's usually pretty warm by this time of year. Saturday, 78 and 81 on Sunday. But, I mean, just awesome weather. I mean, we've cooked up here during regionals or supers. You always have the fear of rain, but it's actually going to be perfect, so that's awesome. It's interesting that he's going to do that. As far as the lineup goes, what do you expect to happen there? Anything change-wise? I mean, it seems to be working okay despite the loss at Ole Miss. I mean, good things are happening there, and they move some guys around. hopefully, I'm really hopeful that our catcher, that Helfrich, can continue his tear. He's been really good lately.
Yeah, he's been really good. The fact that they moved him up in the 5-hole, he's responded really well up in the 5-hole. I go back to this lineup. There's not a weak link in this lineup. I would assume North Dakota State's going to pitch Nolan Johnston. He's their lefty Summit pitcher of the year in the Summit League. The coach kind of said some coach speak saying, well, we don't know how he's going to bounce back and all that. I expect him to be out there. Look, anytime you face a lefty that's got he's the upper 80s fastball with a good changeup, a pretty good breaking ball, anything can happen. I was talking this morning to Matt Jones, and I was telling him, back in the day, we faced a lefty. We were the number 1 seed. We faced the last seed in the regional. They threw a lefty at us. Didn't throw hard, but he dominated us. And we ended up losing the first game, having to come back through the losers bracket and win 4 games back then to get to the College World Series. So when you're facing a good lefty, you can't overlook him.
How have they been against lefties this year versus righties?
Good. This is the best left-handed hitting team we've ever had, as far back as I can remember. Just statistically speaking, we hit lefties well. That used to be our kryptonite. Anytime we'd face a lefty, we'd have a hard time. But this year we've done a great job. We've got left-handed batters that handle left-handed pitchers really well. We've got righties that do a good job.
What do you think has been the key with, other than the personnel that's come in this year, and we haven't had a chance to have Nate Thompson on, but this is a team where they not only hit for power, but they hit for average. They set a new mark with home runs with an in the Parker, which is hilarious with Kozel getting an in the Parker against Ole Miss. But 110 home runs, and then you got a bunch of guys over 300. What do you think's been the key for them, I guess, doing both things? Because they, that was a complaint the last couple of years is they'll hit for power, but they aren't really hitting for average, and it seems like this is a versatile offense.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is they pick their spots. If you're a good hitter and you're trying to square that ball up and cut it in half, you're going to hit home runs. You hit a line drive, it's a home run. I think it goes back to their batting practice, Justin. I think they've spent a conscious effort during batting practice to staying in the middle of the field. I'm out there a lot. I hear them say batter's eye. And what they're trying to do is stay through the middle of the field. Anyone can get up there and spin on balls and hit them in the hog pen. But in BP, you're trying to get your swing right. Now, you pick your spots. But I think a lot of it is just the approach of the hitters. Now, I'm going to give Hunter Bell a huge tip of the hat, the strength coach for the Razorbacks. He's changed some of these guys. Look at some of these guys, where they came from when they came in, and look at their home run numbers. Look at their home run totals now. Hunter has a lot to do with it. Now, Nate Thompson and Bobby Wernes, huge. They work tirelessly with these guys, hitting, going over the scouting report for the pitcher. And then Zach Barr, DJ Baxendale put together the scouting report, going out and doing the reports and picking up tendencies and stuff like that. I mean, I know that's a very long-winded answer, but it takes all of those guys. You put it together, and you've got a powerful lineup.
Do you give an anticipation of how they're going to go from a rotation standpoint, like who will be next in line behind Jimenez and who they'll start in Game 2?
It might come down to who we're playing Game 2. I think if it's Kansas, you're going to see, I think, Zach Root. If it's Creighton, you might see more of a power arm in Gage Wood, because I don't know that they've seen a power arm like Gage Wood. Yeah. Actually, probably no one in this regional has seen a Gage Wood. Low center of gravity, the ball rides. It almost looks like it rises out of his hand because his release point is so low. He's 96 to 98. But I think they'll go Game 2 if it's us versus Kansas. I think they'll go with Zach Root, and they'll have the bullpen ready to go. They'll have Gackle after that. I mean, if they needed to, they could even bring Gage Wood in relief. There's a lot of options. I say all the time, you go into a regional like this, just like a weekend series, you're trying to get 81 outs. How can I get 81 outs? And when I look at this bullpen, I see a whole lot of outs between Parker Coyle, Dylan Carter, McIntyre, Gibbler, Fouch, Coyle. There's a lot of outs in that bullpen. Gackle. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about a guy having a bad start, Justin. I'm really not, because if we have a bad start, let's say we have a 2-inning start, who cares? He's an opener. He's not a starter. We'll use him as an opener, and then we'll go next guy up in the bullpen. Give me an inning or two max probably. Go to the next guy.
And keep your fingers crossed that maybe you get 6 or 7 out of Jimenez tomorrow instead. So
it'd be nice.
You want to stick around? Can you hang out for a little bit?
Sure.
We got to hit a break. Let's hit a break real quick. We'll come back and we'll finish up the hour with Bubba and let him go. Again, Razorbacks are in the middle of their press conference right now. We'll hear from Dave Van Horn coming up in the final hour today. All the other teams are practicing behind Arkansas. I think it's Kansas, then Creighton, then North Dakota State is going to be the last team today. I do know that. But we will hear from Dave, and we'll get a chance to hear from some of these other coaches, certainly North Dakota State's head coach on our show tomorrow as we wrap up the week and get ready for baseball. Josh Neighbors will be up here covering this for us. And, again, we want to thank our sponsors, Whataburger and Edwards Food Giant, for sponsoring postseason baseball coverage. And hopefully it goes all the way back to Omaha. I just got a text from our friends at one of our favorite spots up there, and hoping to see them again soon. And DJ's Dugout. We always hang out over there and do our show when we're up there. Phil, I know Phil
Nice.
does his radio show up there too, so looking forward to that. But DJ, you want to break
Yeah,
it for us?
I like that DJ's Dugout. I need to go check that out, too. Of
course you do.
Also, too, I want to put this on everybody's menu. Next week, while Justin's out of town, I'm going to be hanging out with my friends over there from Greenbrier, more so in Conway, but Standing Firm Farms. Yeah. So we're going to be hanging out with them Thursday, so mark that down on your calendar. We'll give you details later, but this is what I want to remind people of. So before I partnered up with Standing Firm Farms, I was like, all right, I need to taste the product first, all right? So they sent me the product, threw that thing on the skillet, got that thing nice. I basted it with butter for about good 5 minutes. I cut into it. It was like butter. I'm telling you, that filet is the real deal. I was like, all right, now I can talk about your product and not lie to folks out there. And I'm telling you, when it comes to high-quality meat, Standing Firm Farms in Greenbrier, they got you covered. So for all you grill masters out there, you got a lot of people coming over, maybe a family reunion. Who knows what it is? You're cooking for a lot of people. You're going to need a lot of meat. Standing Firm Farms is the way to go. I'm talking from New York strips, sirloins, fillets, ribeyes, chuck roast, ground beef patties. They got it all, and you can get them in some big sizes. I'm talking they offer quarter, half, and whole sides of cow. This is the real deal. High-quality meat with high-quality people behind it. Owners Bobby and his son David Gilmore are behind it all, so you want to reach out to them if you want to put in an order. You can actually catch my guy Bobby Gilmore at 501-460-1688, or you can go online. I think that's the easiest thing, and you can see all the options they got for you when it comes to ordering their meat. You can get that process started. It's very easy. All you have to do is go to, you guessed it, standingfirmfarms.com. Once again, we'll see you out there next Thursday.
Then came down for a little conversation. Adjacent to the king, fear no human being. Roll with cherubims to Nassau College.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See Shelter agent Matt Warden in Little Rock, Seth Hobbs in Bryant, or Nick Gennardi in Sherwood.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can. Only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
At Ortho Arkansas, sports medicine isn't just for athletes. It's for anyone who wants to stay active and pain-free. Shoulder pain from your glory days, knee pain from chasing grandkids, they treat it all. And if you need care fast, skip the ER, visit their orthopedic urgent care. No appointment needed, just expert care for breaks, sprains, and everyday pains. Get back to doing what you love with Ortho Arkansas by your side. Learn more at orthoarkansas.com.
Save $600 on Hustler Turf Raptor Series mowers at Cabot Outdoors through May 31st. Hustler residential zero-turn mowers feature thick one-piece frame, welded steel decks for durability, and are powered by Kawasaki V-twin performance engines. Buy what the pros buy, where the pros buy, at your knowledgeable authorized Hustler dealer. Check out the Hustler Spring Sales event at Cabot Outdoors, 901 South Pine Street today. Offer valid through May 31st, 2025. Restrictions apply. See dealer for complete details.
Hawks Homes are great for duck clubs, hunting clubs, classrooms, and if you need affordable housing, we have 5 bedrooms for under $110,000. All prices include delivery anywhere in the state, setup, underpinning, central heat, and air conditioning. If you have any land problems, no problem. They'll help you find some and help you get the utilities and prep and set up all in the loan. Located in Conway and Bryant, check out the inventory online at hawkshomes.net.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket.
Paid for by Arkansas Highway Safety Office.
You're in the zone in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio with Justin Acri and DJ Williams.
I'm up until the coffee, downwind from the paper mill. I'm out here spitting on the sidewalk.
Old two-headset Carpenter over here, Justin Acri, hanging out at the Razorback Foundation. Hey, we got some breaking news, guys, to start the segment. How about this? What a day. Christian, you've been doing this a long time. How many times have we had breaking news twice in the same show?
Not often.
Not often. I don't know if we've ever had breaking news related to Razorbacks twice. This one's about football, and they have just released game times for the first 3 games for the Razorback season. And the opener here in Fayetteville, 3:15 on the SEC network. Oh,
Wear your sunscreen.
Soak up the sunshine,
DJ.
baby.
Not me.
Yeah, not you, DJ, but yeah. We were talking about that yesterday. DJ does not wear sunscreen, and I also had a report that like 90% of sunscreens, Bubba, that purport to be a certain SPF don't live up to it. So you got to be very careful about these things.
Yeah, my wife's into all that, and she says that sunscreen actually attracts cancer.
Oh,
and so sunscreen's bad.
Okay.
You start reading about it.
Okay.
You'll be amazed some of the stuff that's in sunscreen. It almost promotes it.
This sounds like you know, Lisa Fisher, I think, is on board with that concept. Our
Yeah.
friend Lisa Fisher down in Little Rock. But
I don't ever wear sunscreen. Look at that.
You got a great tan.
cancer.
Bubba, all right, just
thank
curious, what does she think about deodorant?
You know what? We haven't gotten that far. I can ask her when I get home.
We haven't
and
got
get
to
back
that
you
one.
next week.
Do you wear it?
I do wear deodorant.
Then I think she's probably okay
Well,
with it.
I heard some deodorants have like nickel or something in. I was just curious. All right, whatever.
There's probably a lot of things that have a lot of bad
Aluminum.
things in them. I just think, you know, again, I know, Bubba, you're not into it, but I just think I drink just enough where I can kill most of the things off. Now, again, I ain't going to stop cancer, but I'll take my chances, I guess.
Well, if you start getting into, if you go get down those rabbit holes, like the chapstick has stuff in there that actually chaps your lips.
Oh, boy.
I believe that. I don't wear chapstick.
Here we go.
I believe that.
Anyway, hey, can I say something about this headset? This is like from Lou Holtz's rookie year as a coach. This thing is ancient. Is this the best you got?
Dang. You don't like that?
Man.
No, it's like
That's a newer
shots
one.
fired.
What's
Is
wrong
it
with it?
really?
Yeah, what's
This
wrong
is
with it?
like, I don't know. I feel it's crooked on my head.
Well, then straighten it out.
Well,
You got
and
a
this
big head,
thing right
Bubba?
here,
Maybe your head's crooked.
no, hey, easy. That's a little illegal touch right there.
What's wrong with that? I think it's great. Bubba coming in here trashing our equipment.
Man.
So he
Those
does
aren't
just
pillows.
so Bubba Justin doesn't like full ear cover like he because we got these headsets in studio these newer ones. He doesn't like it because it
Covers the ear.
encases
Do you guys
the
have
ear.
the big cans when you guys do the games?
Yeah, they're bigger than these.
Okay.
And size
These are
matters.
actually
That's-
newer.
that's-
Not in my book.
I've been taking. I've actually, because I realized that I'm missing a ton at Baum Walker.
Yeah.
I've started taking the left ear out.
That's what DJ does.
So I can hear what's going on because I'm amazed at. I mean, I love, and you can hear it through the crowd mic. It's so much different when you take the headset off and you can actually hear the roar of the crowd. You can feel it
Yeah.
in your ears, and it's awesome.
See, these headsets are really like it's sort of indicative of my life. It's just a little smaller, but really hardworking. You know what I mean? Other game times are set. This is the one a lot of people have had circled. Arkansas State and Arkansas, 4 o'clock kick at War Memorial. By the way, opening game is going to be on the SEC Network. I'm going to be here for that one for Alabama A&M. But it is going to be warm. 4 o'clock, Arkansas State. I don't think anybody's going to care about the temperature. That's going to be one that people have been waiting on for a long time. We've already seen ticket sales going crazy. And then the Ole Miss game, pretty good slot for Arkansas fans. That's September 13th. It's either going to be at 6 or 6:45 on ESPN or the SEC Network. So those games are set for kickoff times coming up. All right, Bubba, we're about to hit the top of the hour, so give us parting thoughts on the weekend. You pretty confident about the weekend? Feeling good about Arkansas and the matchups?
Yeah, first of all, I was going to say it's May 29th. Let's talk about that schedule later. Let's
Fair
talk
point.
baseball. But
Bam. Let's go.
But I feel really good about it. I do. I love this team. Now, anything can happen. You know, Patrick Ebert, I heard him talk the other day. He's huge on Kansas, loves Kansas. Bunch of JUCO guys went in that Kansas JUCO circuit, so they're tough. But I like Arkansas to win. I think we're going to do well. I think we're going to go 3-0. Love it.
Can you imagine Tennessee up here next week?
They got to beat Wake Forest first.
Let's go. I'm about that.
I've got Wake Forest coming out of there.
I think that would be great. Although it would be fun beating Tennessee.
It would be fun having Tennessee here. But they're like 4.5-hour games. Can we speed that up a little bit? One of my favorite things, sorry, I know you got to go, Will McIntyre striking out the Tennessee dude after the O2 helmet thing. And then saying, go Hogs to him or whatever he said. I read his lips.
Yeah, go Hogs. Thanks, Bubba.
See ya.
Not only do they sell gutters, they install them as well. Seamless custom-fit gutters that are built to last and keep the water where it belongs, away from your home. Call Wood Davis today for a free estimate and let the plus be the service you can count on.
On Friday, April 11th of this year, I finished my first year driving a GV70 from Genesis of Conway. So, what's the big deal? It's this. It's the Craig O'Neill Anniversary Sale at Genesis of Conway. To celebrate 1 year of driving the 2024 GV70, you're invited to come in and learn how you can get a 2025 for as low as $497 a month. Yes, $497 a month. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Morning Mayhem wants to know, is it fact or is it crap? Listen each week for your chance to play, presented by the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, your local energy partners.
Why so serious?
Sports talk and entertainment.
Let's put a smile on that face.
1037 The Buzz. Buzz News with KARK's Claire Kreitz.
The search continues for a former police chief convicted of murder and rape. Today is the fifth day Grant Hardin has been on the run since escaping prison in Calico Rock. Investigators believe he used a disguise to look like a Department of Corrections officer to make his way out the door. The Department of Corrections is still trying to figure out how he made his disguise and where he could have gone. The DOC says the rocky terrain, rainy weather, and Hardin's background in law enforcement has made it difficult to find him. Investigators have expanded their search. Hardin will face a second-degree escape charge once he's caught. President Donald Trump has pardoned a former Arkansas senator who was sentenced for bribery and tax fraud. Jeremy Hutchinson, the nephew of former Governor Asa Hutchinson, was serving a combined 8-year federal prison sentence after pleading guilty to charges of filing a false tax return and 2 counts of conspiracy to commit federal program bribery. This is Claire Kreitz for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It's going to be mostly cloudy today with a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon with a high of 50. Maybe some stronger thunderstorms, but most likely no severe thunderstorms. Still a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms tonight with a low of 60. I'm meteorologist Pat Walker for the Buzz Radio Network.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
With hundreds of vehicles in stock across 6 brands, your next ride is waiting for you at Red River Auto Group. We know that the road ahead is important. Whether it's your daily drive or your next big adventure, the right vehicle makes all the difference. From the reliability of a Toyota to the strength of a Ram truck, we offer vehicles built to last with options for every lifestyle. State-of-the-art technology, unbeatable performance, and the comfort you deserve. It's all waiting for you at Red River. Visit us online at redriverauto.com.
The leader in sportsbook apps in the state of Arkansas, Bet Saracen, has a club you might want to consider joining. It's the perfect offer for you if you like to play parlays. Head over to the Bet Saracen app, opt in, and get all the details on how to earn bonus cash with the Parlay Bonus Club. It's active through June, and it could be the key to stacks of sportsbook bonus cash. The Parlay Bonus Club on the Bet Saracen Sportsbook app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning? RV wins! Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping? RV wins! Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast? RV wins!
Don't forget, you got that trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah, passport, then RV.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states and situations.
Everyone
has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. And when you're choosing from chocolate or vanilla, it's not that hard. But now, there's all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. So try picking your fave from Oreo Brownie Fusion, Pop-Tarts Strawberry Fusion, Strawberry Swirl, Brownie Batter Swirl, Caramel Swirl, and Caramel Crunch Fusion. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group. Pop-Tarts is a trademark of Kellogg North America Co., LLC, used with permission.
This is Justin Acri with some exciting news. UAMS Ortho Now is now open at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. If you have an orthopedic injury, sports, work, or anything else, walk in and get the best in orthopedic care. No appointment needed. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. For more information, call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674.
Attention Arkansas homeowners. Bath Makeover of Arkansas started with 50. Now we're looking for 30 homeowners to participate in our Spring Into Savings event. 30 homeowners will receive test market pricing on a beautiful new walk-in shower. Bath Makeover is looking to evaluate our exciting new product lines in real bathroom conditions, including our revolutionary new laser etched shower wall system. That's right, you'll be compensated for your time just to determine if our exquisite product lines are the right fit for your bathroom project. The first 30 homeowners to call 1-800-NEW-BATH will receive 50% off installation of a new walk-in shower. Ask about 0% interest financing options, senior and military discounts. Receive a $200 Visa gift card with purchase, and call 1-800-NEW-BATH now to receive a $25 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEWBATH.
The games are on, the food's delicious, and here you are always part of the team. Welcome to Walk On Sports Bistro, where every day is game day. Whether it's a post-win celebration, drinks after work, or taking the fam for some made-from-scratch favorites. Walk On's is your go-to for good times, craft beer, and cocktails, and bold flavors for fans of all ages, from melty mozzarella logs to Hall of Fame level burgers. Stop by today or order online in the app. Walk On Sports Bistro. Game on.
They say you never get a second chance to make a first impression, and that's your home and your business. So if your business needs a touch-up, call CertaPro Painters and let them handle the job for you. They provide excellent workmanship, quality, and a worry-free process for both residential and commercial spaces, all at the right price. You've got to focus on your business. Let them focus on your painting. Schedule your free estimate today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Get your estimate scheduled today at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Like, he doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. So unlike everybody else, alone in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know.
Coverage of the NCAA Regionals is brought to you by Whataburger and Edwards Food Giant.
All right, welcome back in as Justin is getting ready to stand by, give you more updates up there at the foundation up there in Northwest Arkansas. I want to tell you about my friends at Oaklawn. We got some big things coming up. Make sure you stay tuned. We're going to have a ladies' night. That's going to be at Cash. Very excited for that if you want to learn a thing or two about gambling. Also, when it comes to Oaklawn, you got to get out there and have a great time. Don't forget, next Monday night, that is right, I will be there hosting a game night, also having a little conversation with Razorback great Jarius Wright. So you want to get some merch signed, hang out, talk a little bit, and maybe ask him a few questions. Make sure you come by the Mainline Sports Bar. That will be Monday night at Oaklawn. Now, beyond all that, got to tell you about the amazing things they have to offer, not only in their sports betting app. We'll talk more about that tomorrow with Zach Gillen, but also make it a stay. Spa City is the place to be. You got to love everything that Oaklawn has to offer. I am talking about a Forbes-rated place to get a massage in the Astral Spa. Also, make it a stay. Beautiful bedrooms, looking over that beautiful track and that smoke-free environment casino. It doesn't matter what your thing is. You like craps, you like poker. Well, not poker. Well, they do got 3-card poker, if that's your thing. A little roulette, doesn't matter what they got. They got you covered, and you can also have a great meal with 2 of their fine restaurants as well, the Oak Room and the Bugler. So go ahead and make a stay over there. Once again, you can learn more at oaklawn.com. What's up, Justin?
Sorry, I was visiting with people. I just went and grabbed Coach Z to see if he wanted to come in and shoot the ball, maybe play a little birthday trivia with us. Christian, are we giving away tickets today?
Yes, sir. I believe so.
We have Razorback baseball regional tickets today to give away during birthday trivia. So there you go. Let's hit some entertainment, and then we'll get to that. I got a couple of very interesting entertainment stories today.
Today's entertainment report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram, or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
Well, Marvel's first big screen, this is sad news, Marvel's first big screen superhero has passed away.
Wait, the Hulk?
It's an actor that played a
Lou Ferrigno?
role. No.
I think I would have heard if he died. Who is it?
His name is Ed Gale. He was the man in the bird suit in Howard the Duck.
Okay.
61 years old. Very young guy. He also played in the Chucky suit in Child's Play, two of the sequels.
That guy.
130 movies and TV shows. Spaceballs. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? He had a Baywatch episode. I mean, the guy was very, very busy, but just passed away. And so, R.I.P. Ed Gale, Howard the Duck. Morgan Wallen's in the news today, if you want to cue a little Morgan Wallen up. He is rewriting history. Very remarkable. He has claimed not the top 3, not the top 5, not the top 7 or 8. No, all top 10 songs in the Hot Country Songs chart. And he broke the record for the most songs charting in the Hot 100 in a single week with 37. What? 37?
All of his songs from his album.
Yes. I mean, he's got, obviously this new album.
They must be low on talent in the country world right now. He has all top 10 spots.
This is, top 10 country, but he's also got, he's got 37 songs on the Billboard 100. The Billboard 100, DJ, not the country 100.
Whoever's in the, some people got to step up. That's too dominant. It's too dominant.
This dude just, he's crapping out hits. It's remarkable.
Yeah.
He craps out hits like Stan craps out bad takes. What I Want is number 1 with Tate McRae. Just in Case, I'm the Problem, I Got Better. Superman is number 5. Love Somebody. I Ain't Coming Back, the song he's got with Post Malone. 20 Cigarettes, Kick Myself, and Eyes Are Closed. I think I could write a name to a song, but not a song, maybe. Anyway, congrats, Morgan Wallen. Keep piling up that cheddar. By the way, I had a really weird experience yesterday, mostly created by me. This is very DJ sidebar. I'm driving back, and I get these weird musical rabbit holes. Yesterday was John Fogerty's birthday, so I thought I'd get on a CCR rabbit hole. I ended up in a Huey Lewis rabbit hole. And so I started coming up, Huey Lewis can't perform anymore because he's got a hearing issue and he can't sing anymore. And so I started coming up with the idea. I was like, what we really need is a Huey Lewis cover band. And there might be one out there somewhere. But then, Christian, you'll appreciate this. I started coming up with names for what a really good Huey Lewis cover band would be called. And so I was trying to come up with like a top 10 list of names. And I was thinking like the doo-wop Suits, because they're kind of a doo-wop-y kind of sound, and they always kind of got decked out when they performed. I had a few other ones that I thought were pretty good. But anyway, I really like Huey Lewis, and I hate that he can't perform anymore, because that's a guy I would absolutely pay money to go see. Anyway. Dolly Parton's pretty popular, too. You can still go see her, and you can still go see her amusement park. It has been named America's favorite theme park for the 3rd year in a row. Have you guys been to Dolly World?
Have not.
No.
How far is your family or your wife's family from Dolly World, Christian?
Can't be that far. Where is it? Gatlinburg? Where is it?
It's in, I don't know, Smoky Mountains somewhere. I don't know. Gatlinburg sounds right.
It's about 3 hours from Murfreesboro or Nashville, I think.
Dollywood beat out Disneyland in California.
Wow.
Which took the second spot. Says we are, here's what Dolly said about the park in the past. We're right on the front porch of the most visited national park in the country, so we take what God gave us and use it to dream up the big dreams. All right, I got to check this park out at some point.
What do you think about her new frozen food line?
I didn't know she
I haven't
had
heard.
Yeah, she dropped
called?
it, I think, last week. You can get it at Walmart and most stores now. You got shrimp and grits.
Okay.
You got beef pot roast. You got chicken and dumplings. You got Dolly's home-style frozen mac and cheese. A few more things, too. Just need to go through them. Which is surprising to me because I feel like she's the type who would frown upon frozen food.
She doesn't frown upon money.
Right.
When that butter-slinging racist chick got in trouble.
Paula Dean.
Yeah, her. I thought that was a real opening for Dolly to step in. Like, she could have done, like,
Yeah.
Parton's Pies.
She could have stepped right in there.
That was it.
Parton's Pies or Dolly's Dishes.
What's the name of
or
this
something
frozen
like
dishes?
that?
They are called Dolly Parton's. I think
man.
That's on the box.
DJ calls them back on the market.
Yeah, and she also has a biscuit batter peach cobbler.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, and it's just called Dolly Parton's. It's the name of the
Daddy likes
brand.
cobbler.
We need a better name.
What?
It's just called,
I thought you were hating on peach cobbler, Christian. We're going to have to fight. All right, give me some Eagles. Vince Gill has detailed the unique challenge of performing in the Sphere with the Eagles. He joined the band in 2017, and he says, I try to ignore it as far as the visuals in the Sphere. I've seen pictures in there and videos. It is amazing what they do in there. Also, the Dead shows they're doing in there are ridiculous, too. It's incredible.
Yeah,
Anyway,
the Dead
says, I
shows
try
are
to-
probably amplified, too, by illicit
yeah.
drugs being used.
Yeah, but I've seen the pictures and the videos. It's amazing what they do from a visual standpoint.
Yeah.
Anyway, he says, I try to ignore it. I try not to watch any of the content because it's pretty distracting, and it makes me get a bit wobbly. Things are moving and tilting, and it's pretty neat. I jokingly tell people it's the most people I've ever been ignored by at a gig, and it's true. I'm sure, listen, people are loving the music, and when I saw them here, they were great in North Little Rock. I thought they were great, at least. And that was without all the visuals, so there you go. Britney Spears got herself in some trouble recently. She got an official warning after she lit a cigarette on a plane. She apologized, but she wasn't very happy about the experience. Got scolded on Thursday of last week after lighting a cigarette on a public charter flight from Cabo to L.A. A flight attendant told her to put it out, and when the plane landed, cops gave her an official warning. In an Instagram post, she said she thought this was a plane she could smoke on because the drink holders were on outside of the seat. I don't know what that means.
Need that
She also
conservatorship
said,
back.
you want to hear something that's even more unbelievable? She said it was the first time she ever drank vodka, and she felt so clear and smart. Well, that's like beer muscles, okay? You think you're smart, but you're probably not. Also, she says that the flight attendant invaded her space when she fastened Britney's seatbelt for her, and she wasn't very happy about that either.
Was she in first class? Brittany ain't got PJ money.
She was on she was on a charter. It says public charter. I don't know what that means.
Is that a private? I mean, I figured
Private plane that multiple people buy into? I don't know.
Public charter. 'Cause
I
I
don't
feel
know
like
what
if
a
you got a
public
private plane, you can smoke if you want, right?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No, if it's your
Can't
plane.
smoke on planes? No, you
No.
can't smoke on planes. That's an FAA regulation.
Are you sure? Because I feel like I've even
Yes.
seen like these big-time ballers that smoke like cigars on a plane back from Vegas.
Or weed.
Or weed.
I'm just talking. I have no
Okay.
idea.
All right.
I would
But I think there's an FAA. I think for at least for commercial airlines, it's,
Yeah.
it's probably not the same for private. You can smoke in your car if you want to, but you can't smoke on a bus.
A public charter flight is a charter arranged by an indirect air carrier. The public charter operator acts as I don't know.
It's a step above regular, I guess.
I think with a charter DJ, it's a little different. I bet you can't do it. I've
Yeah.
been on charter flights, so they don't let you do anything different than they would on a regular flight.
Okay. Yeah. Oh well, clearly.
But yeah, you're right. I agree. Like Brittany should be in a different zone than I'm in, or we are in. I don't know how much money she got left though.
She needs that conservatorship back.
Are you guys in on? She does. Are you guys in on Top Gun 3 if they decide to do one?
They're going to do another one.
Yep.
It has to be without Tom Cruise, though, right?
Should be.
No, I just think he's got a different role.
He takes over like
He's
his
gonna be the
teacher
admiral?
dude. Yeah.
No, what he needs to do is
he's still
he needs
gonna
to die
fly.
in action. He
Yeah,
needs
they're
die
going to
in
get him
action
back.
also.
Yeah.
It's like one last time.
Yeah.
Ain't he supposed to get like some POWs out or something? He's about due for one of those, right?
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of hoping to like really bring it home. I wish he would have died in the last one.
That probably would have been a good move.
It would have been a good move.
We killed Iceman. We can't kill Maverick, too. Relax.
Well,
one at a time, bud.
Iceman didn't die in the movie.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
In the second one, he did?
No, he went to go visit him, remember?
No, he died after that.
In the movie?
Yes.
He went to his
Yeah,
funeral?
because he went to his funeral.
Yes.
Dang, did he, what, 2 weeks later he died?
Something like
my
that.
God,
Maybe
I'm
a
sorry to
couple
break
days.
this to you.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh.
He's dead.
There's my soul. Man. Okay.
Did you sleep through this movie?
No, I just remember seeing him because, he gave him the green light. I didn't know wow, I guess I
He's dead in
skipped
real
over
life,
that.
too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's more recent, though, right? Yeah.
I don't think we need a third one.
Christopher McQuarrie was a writer-producer on 2022's Top Gun Maverick. He was asked, is Top Gun 3 harder to crack in some ways? And McQuarrie said, no, it's already in the bag. He says, yeah, I already know what it is. Okay.
He also, I heard that they were looking at doing another movie with Tom Cruise as Les Grossman from Tropic Thunder.
Oh, that needs to happen.
That does need to happen.
I'm about that.
Another Tropic
That's a great
Thunder?
character.
Only if
Yes,
Robert Downey comes back.
No, you can't do that anymore.
I think you can.
I don't know. I think you
can't do Simple Jack anymore.
Yeah, no
Simple Jack 2. That's the one I want to see.
Oh, my God.
I don't know if this is a good idea or not. So you guys tell me if I'm in the wrong here. So I got a call last night from someone. I won't name names. But they informed me that my son and a couple other kids were hanging out, riding scooters at midnight or 11 last night down by the Clinton Library. And I'm like, no, they're not. And I know Maddox is 18 now, but I was like, there is no upside here. You got people that are drinking and driving through the river market. I know how this works. And I'm like, you're going to get hit by a car, you dummy. Get out of there. It's dark. So I called him, and he was none too happy. But I was like, go home. Okay.
We did a story of somebody getting shot riding some scooters late at night. I'm not trying to.
Would you call Maddox and tell him about that, please?
Yeah, I'll send him the link. But
Maddox,
it was at a time when they did need to be out there.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm not trying to give a bad name to downtown. I would say that anywhere at some point where there's, he's too. Yeah.
There was a parking lot out west at a retailer, and there was a kid that got I think he got shot there too. This was 3 years ago. But Maddox and his buddies wouldn't want to go out there when they were 16 and hang out at night. I'm like, you're not going out there and hanging out at night, you stupid idiot. Go to somebody's house. You're not going out there and sit in a parking lot like a bunch of goobs.
How did they know they were riding around on lime scooters?
Justin has eyes and ears everywhere.
You got eyes out here in Little Rock?
So I text him, no answer. I call him, no answer. And I said, call me now. And he called me, and I said, what are you doing? We're riding lime scooters by the library. I said, no, you're not. Pack it up and go home.
Okay.
Idiots. Anyway, I say that to say this. A vast majority of McDonald's locations around the country are going to stay open until midnight or later starting this summer.
I like it.
Fourth meal?
Mm-hmm.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm hammered. I don't know about that. I don't have anything else. I'm Taco Bell or nothing after midnight.
Yeah.
But would I eat a double cheeseburger with some fries? I would.
How much
It
money
never
do you
occurred to
think
me.
Chick-fil-A would make if they opened up that late?
$1 million. About the same they'd make on Sunday if they were open.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Okay, I want to talk to you about this one. Have you guys ever taken somebody on a business trip with you, like a significant other? There's
No.
a new survey. This is my go-to move, man. This is it's like a free vacation for somebody else. You're working. They're not working. They get to go have fun, and you're working. It's great. So it's like a getaway. And the thing is, you do your job, and then you get a little downtime. Anyway, a new YouGov survey commission says that 74% of employees would invite a family member or friend on a work trip, and nearly 1 in 5 admit they've already done it without telling their employer. I don't think it's any business of the employers. It's not like the employer's paying for anything. They're paying for a hotel room that they were already going to pay for. The person's got to pay for their own travel and food and stuff. I don't see what the deal is. But, if you're going somewhere cool, you should let your significant other tag along. I saw an interesting thing on this. There was a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode about this a while back. And I can't remember who it was. It was one of the guys on the show, but he was going overseas for 2 weeks. And his wife wasn't going. He's like, oh, no, I'm going to be so busy with. He was going somewhere like London or somewhere, and she's like, "Yeah, he's going to be busy." He's like, "Are you kidding me?" He's like, "It's one of the greatest cities in the world. You could do all these things. You could go see this. You could go do that. You know." And she's like, "You know what? You're right. I'm going." And he's like, "Thanks a lot, Larry." Mad about him, but anyway.
I think it depends on the partner, right?
Yeah, they need to be able to be independent a little bit. They can't be up your butt all the time. It's like, look, I am working, but there is plenty of downtime because we can go eat meals together. You know, you go out for a happy hour. Because, I mean, normally you're not working late into the evening unless you're just working like 18-hour days. To me, it's a no-brainer.
I think that counts. During football season, when I hit the road, Ebony usually goes with me. So it's like a little vacation, a tour of SEC stadiums and all that stuff.
Vacation in Stark.
Yeah, but when she knows, like, when I have to pay attention and lock in, it's not so much, But, yeah, it works as long as your other partner lets you work.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Ed tells me Pigeon Forge, Tennessee is where Dolly's place is.
Okay.
All right, that's it. 501-661-1037. Do you want to win tickets?
I think we got our players already, unless somebody else is playing with us.
Okay, let's go. I don't know. I asked Coach Z. Let me go see if he's going to come in here. I asked him if he wanted to play. Coach Z, you going to play or what? He's in there goofing around. He's just in there eating lunch. I'm like, some of us have to work. Let's go. What are you doing? Looks like it's going to be a two-player game. Eric, I'm going to put you with Christian. Brandon, you're with DJ. Are you ready?
Birthday Trivia in the Zone is brought to you by Brewski's Pub and Grub. Your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night. With locations in Little Rock and North Little Rock. Come get your grub on.
All right. Here we go. Eric, as a bit. Okay, Christian, you're with Eric. Brandon, you're with DJ. This is for, now, what are these for Sunday tickets, Friday tickets? What day are these tickets for, Christian?
Sunday.
Is this a 2-pack or, because I know there's a 3-pack out there too somewhere.
Oh. Give me a...
The ones that we got last minute were a 3-pack, which I know is random, but we actually had a great client. We're not really supposed to talk about them because that's how this whole ticket thing works. We're not supposed to mention sponsors, but anyway, there's a great client and friend of ours that gave a few away, and so we've got tickets to give because of them, and I appreciate them and an appropriate time off.
Ours are for Saturday, apparently, the 3-pack, so let's go ahead and do that one.
3-pack for Saturday. All right, here we go.
According to Chuck.
Let's do it. Okay, well, Chuck would know. All right, guys. I'll give you day in history later if we have time. There it is. Okay, sorry. I got to do day in history, too. This woman's an actress. She was in Running with Scissors. American Beauty. Bugsy.
Mira
The
Sorvino?
Great Outdoors. She was married to John Candy in The Great
Annette
Outdoors.
Bening?
No, she was not married to... She was actually married to Dan Aykroyd. Yes, Annette Bening is correct, Christian. How old is Annette Bening today? She's now married to, in real life, what's his name? Who's the actor who was in Bugsy?
Warren Beatty.
Warren Beatty, thank you very much.
Yes, but Annette Bening is 64.
DJ.
66.
67. This guy is a member of the band Oasis.
William Gallagher. Noel Gallagher.
Noel Gallagher is right. DJ, how do you think one half of the Oasis
Noel Gallagher
duo
is... You liked them growing up. I know you're a big fan.
Growing up.
62.
Still waiting on growing.
54.
He is 58. No point awarded. This woman is a singer, albeit not a good one. She might be the worst performer in her musical family. If not,
Janet
her
Jackson.
sister is. Shut your face, sir.
Stupid
answer.
Hold on, wait. Don't say
Ashley
it.
Simpson,
Right
Jessica
family.
Simpson.
Dang it. Yes, that's where I was going.
No, right family, wrong sister.
Right family, Simpson, Jessica, Ashley. There's another one?
No, he's talking about the Jacksons.
Oh.
Jacksons.
Tyler Jackson? Twyla?
Tina?
Tyler. Oh, my God, you guys are clueless. It's hilarious. Happy birthday,
Wait,
LaToya
it's a J.
Jackson.
LaToya.
Dang it.
She's 69. And her
She had a
little
hit.
sister, Rebe, Her little sister, Rebe, is 76. Latoya's 69. Rebe's 76. So Rebe's a little bit older than
What's
Latoya.
Janet?
But they were born on the same day. Isn't that weird? Rebe's song was Centipede. That was her big hit. At least that's the one that I knew. All right, let's move on. This guy is an NBA basketball player, retired.
Patrick
He played
Beverley.
for a handful of teams, including the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Derek Fisher.
He won a title as a freshman in college. At Syracuse.
Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo is right. How old's Carmelo
Forgot
Anthony?
he was
DJ?
there.
Yeah.
Carmelo Anthony is 41.
No.
That's a good guess.
He's 41, actually.
Yeah,
Yes,
I was like,
Let's say he's a year older than
42 then.
LeBron. Yeah.
All right. This guy is a former wide receiver and punt returner.
Devin Hester.
At the University of Arkansas.
Joe Adams.
Joe Adams.
He had one of the most
Dennis
forgettable
Johnson.
moments.
Oh,
Reggie
Marco
Fish.
Wade. Oh, Reggie Fish.
Reggie Fish. Oh,
Dang. Happy
I hate
birthday.
it. That's the only play I can remember
Yeah.
that involved him.
He had
No, he
he
had-
ran Woody, that
Yeah.
little trick play where he hid behind
The
the line of
lineman.
scrimmage.
Woody.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember that one too.
I do not care or recall. How old is Reggie Fish today?
The negatives outweighed the positives. He is.
Well, I hate to be Stan, but yes.
Reggie Fish is. Let's see. He's gotta be older than DJ. He's 40 today.
Too high.
Bingo bango.
No, he's not.
He is too, born in 85.
How old am I?
You're 36.
36.
And he was born 3 years before me? Make that math
Only
make
so.
sense.
Well, your birthday hasn't been celebrated
you're
this
gonna-
year yet.
you're
You're going to
gonna-
be 37 this year. Golly, do I have to help you with everything?
Jeez. He's 40?
You are nuts. Yes.
Dang, that's crazy.
We get. By the way, we got a couple more here. This guy's an actor. He's played in a number of roles, including
Samuel L. Jackson.
on Monk television.
Tony Shalhoub.
The television show Monk. But he
J.B.
is
Grimes.
best known as playing Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs.
Who's
Please know his name. I gave him a Twitter shout-out today.
Dang it.
I said, I hope he gets that skin suit he always wanted for his birthday. I said, I know how old he is. I don't know how old.
Is he an
Precious
American
is.
gangster?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I saw that. Watched it yesterday.
He
What's
is.
his initials?
Yeah, he's very good.
You don't have to give me points.
Can't. Nope. TL.
Nah, I'm out.
Tracy Lawrence.
Ted Levine is 68 today.
Oh, wait. Is it my birthday today?
And let's move on. This guy is, again, it's interesting that this guy was born on the same day as Reggie Fish because he is best known by his biggest failure.
Clint.
In 1999 at the Open Championship, he lost a 3-shot lead on the final hole.
Oh, we've talked about this guy.
A 3-shot lead on
before.
the final hole. He is a Frenchman, and it was won by Paul Lowry. Lowry was down by 10 strokes at the start of the fourth round, and it was the biggest final round comeback in major championship history because this guy got a triple bogey. He hit it in the water, and he had just a miserable time. Happy
Marcel
birthday,
Dubois.
Yeah, we just talked about
John
this.
Van de Velde. Coach Z is here now, a little late to help out, but
Sorry, I got on a conversation in the kitchen of
You
the
missed
Razorback
birthday trivia.
Foundation. I did. Yeah, I know Jean. I watched it live. Jean-Claude Van de Velde. Yeah, hit it in the water. Bad deal.
There's no Claude, but he is
Jean-Claude
just a John
Van
Van
de Dam.
My bad.
He might have been better at martial arts than he was at golf. I don't know, but he did not have a good day.
There was a good Netflix deal on him. I think it's the one called Losers. It's like
Yes, I saw
incredible
it.
losing story. You know.
Incredible.
Yeah,
That was really well done.
very well done.
It's Reggie Fish's birthday, too, Coach.
Oh, great Reggie Fish.
Great
yeah.
Reggie Fish.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coach
That's
can
good.
say nothing negative. He remembers the Woody play. He doesn't remember
Oh,
the
yeah.
other play.
Oh, yeah.
All right, last one. This guy is a longtime sports writer and a friend of the zone. We love him to death. I don't know how old
Philip
he
Martin.
is actually today, but
Sports
no.
writer?
Tom Murphy.
Sports. Tom Murphy. Happy
Oh,
birthday.
TM?
TM.
Yeah.
I don't know how old TM is.
He's probably, Tom's one of those guys. He could be anywhere from 57 to 77. He kind of fits in that range. He was a Yeah, he's a versatile age guy.
He is a versatile age guy. If you told me he was 50 or 48 and you told me he was 68, I would probably believe it.
Yeah.
Just kidding, Tom. Not 68. You look great. Anyway, happy birthday, Tom Murphy. DJ, good job, but you came up short. And Christian, the big winner.
Wait. How much did he win by?
2.
Can I guess an age real quick?
We don't know how old he
You
is.
can, but I don't know how old he is, so it doesn't matter.
Dang it.
I can't do the retroactive on the giveaways, so.
Fair. I bet I could look it up right now.
I can't believe I missed birthdays.
I know, it's okay.
I was
going to
say 59.
We got to talk to Jackson Wells, like right now, so we got to hit a break and come back and do that. Coach, we're going to go down to Baton Rouge. We're going to check in with Jackson Wells. He's a pitcher for the Little Rock Trojans. They're getting ready to take on LSU.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Chris Curry.
We all are, former Razorback assistant.
Yeah, I built a little relationship with him, and he messaged me one time, and I love talking to him. He's awesome.
He is a great life coach. I love Chris Curry. We got to take a time out, though, Coach, so stick around. Coach C is finally here. We've been waiting all day for him. It's going to be very, very fun. It's always a good time with Coach. He might have some good questions for Jackson Wells. Jackson's a pretty even-keel guy. So I want you to get him all
Where's he
wound up.
from?
He's an Arkansas kid.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he is. Anyway, so we'll talk to him a little bit. I do want to remind you, and I'm going to be doing it. I like to practice what I preach. When I ride home today in the buzz truck, I'll be buckled up because that's the law. Did you know that national seatbelt use, Coach, is 92%?
Well, it seems like it's higher than that.
In Arkansas, it's only 80%. We got to do a little better.
You know, I had a brother-in-law that for many years, he worked at a Ford dealership in Morrilton.
Mm-hmm.
He would get in the vehicle, and he didn't like using a seatbelt. So he'd gotten one of those, but as vehicles became newer, they would beep when you didn't seatbelt on. And he had a little clip that he'd put in there. I used to get on him pretty hard. He does wear a seatbelt now, though.
Yeah, I should let him know. 15,000 lives per year are saved by seatbelt use, so I'm a big fan. Again, it doesn't guarantee that you'll live, but it gives you a lot better shot, and I'm about that.
That's right.
It's like the clock is running down. If you don't shoot the ball, how often do you make it?
You don't ever make it.
That's right. So that's the thing. If you shoot it, you might still miss, but at least you got a chance. That's how seatbelts work. There's my analogy for the day, kids.
That's good.
And it's also against the law not to buckle up. The Arkansas State Police would like for you to do it. Otherwise, they'd be happy to give you a ticket. You got better things to spend your money on. Don't be silly. Buckle up. We're back in a second.
Are you still on the sidelines? Then it's time you suit up and get in the game. Download Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app, Bet Saracen, today.
This is SportsCenter.
The deadline to withdraw from the 2025 NBA draft and maintain college eligibility came and passed yesterday, and Razorback Adu Thera will be keeping his name in and foregoing the remainder of his collegiate career. According to most draft outlets, he's projected to go somewhere late first to early second in the draft. Sticking with draft news, Auburn got a boost as guard Tahad Pettiford announced he would be returning. Pettiford averaged 11 points on 37% from three in his freshman season. The Arkansas Travelers played 2 yesterday and lost 2 to the San Antonio Missions. Game 1 they fell 4-2 and then dropped Game 2 1-0. Their homestand continues tonight at 6:35 over at Dickey-Stevens Park. Radio coverage can be heard on 106.7 Buzz 2. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
Edwards Food Giant presents Razorback Baseball color analyst and Drop Time Sports co-host Rick Schaefer every Tuesday morning on Morning Mayhem. Rick will share his special take on Razorback sports with the guys each week. Edwards Food Giant, the meat people, the only stop you'll ever have to make for your family's groceries.
At Ortho Arkansas, sports medicine isn't just for athletes. It's for anyone who wants to stay active and pain-free. Shoulder pain from your glory days, knee pain from chasing grandkids, they treat it all. And if you need care fast, skip the ER, visit their orthopedic urgent care. No appointment needed, just expert care for breaks, sprains, and everyday pains. Get back to doing what you love with Ortho Arkansas by your side. Learn more at orthoarkansas.com.
Injured? There's only one number you need to know. 888-8888.
At Rainwater Holton Sexton, no case is too big and no insurance company too strong.
Just dial 888-8888.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
Willie D's Rock and Roll Piano Bar open every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Cold drinks and dueling pianos. Deep Nightclub downstairs hosts karaoke on Tuesdays and DJs spin on Friday and Saturday nights. Visit WillieD'sPianoBar.com.
It's summertime, y'all, which means it's the best time of the year to be outdoors. For me, every day, that 10:30 a.m. run that I take on the Arkansas River Trail, that's what it's all about. Get done producing Morning Mayhem at 10, get home, hit the trail. It's great to be outside. It's great to be active. What can put a halt to your summer fun? It's joint pain. Hey, everybody, it's Josh Neighbors for QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics has helped tens of thousands of people achieve lasting joint pain relief using natural treatments that harness your body's own healing power. Regenerative medicine used to be seen as an alternative, but now it's mainstream, and QC Kinetics, they are the nation's leader. They have potent and powerful cellular level treatments that help revitalize and restore damaged joint tissue. They're not masking the pain, they're going right after it. So say goodbye to that chronic pain that's keeping you from enjoying the summer sun and live your best life. Learn more about this revolutionary treatment and get a free consultation. Call QC Kinetics now, 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440.
Welcome back. Wait, what is this trash? Turn on some real music. That's more like it. Welcome back in the zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
All right, welcome back. We were hanging out at the Razorback Foundation, and Coach Z has come in to kick it with us here. Now that he wrapped his conversation, very important one. Did they forget your birthday up here? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, my first year at the foundation, 2020. Now, there was a lot of stuff shut down with COVID, but they didn't remember my birthday, and I didn't think that would bother me. But nobody wished me happy birthday all day, and it kind of bothered me a little bit.
I bet I did.
You probably did.
Go back and check your text.
Yeah, there was people around, my friends, obviously family, but everyone I work with, nobody said a word. I blamed it on Billy Vitito, who's the CFO of the foundation.
Billy's normally above reproach.
Yeah, and I call her the villain. And so the villain did not make sure that they wished me happy birthday. But I'll say this, from 2021 on, they give me a nice birthday, so that's good.
They nailed it. Billy's an angel, and I believe she can do no wrong, so I think you're talking complete nonsense. Let me tell you about our friends at Gwatney Chevrolet before we talk to Jackson Wells, who's in Baton Rouge getting ready to beat the Tigers. Got to tame those Tigers. Christian, we need to get Tiger by the tail from Buck Owens as a lead-in for Jackson Wells, I think, this week. Anyway, 0% financing over at Gwatney Chevrolet. Again, it is the 29th. Only a couple more days left in the month, and so you better take advantage of these while you can. Coach, 0% financing in 2025. Good luck finding that on anything, and they've got it on Silverados at Gwatney Chevrolet. They're also offering up to $3,250 in customer incentives. So that is beautiful. You're like, well, that's a great deal. I'm happy. It's like, oh, but it gets better. When you go in to give your trade or get your trade handled, they're not only going to give you the value, they're going to give you an additional $2,500. So they are going above and beyond. They're going absolutely whack over at Gwatney Chevrolet. Crazy, crazy deals going on. GwatneyChevrolet.com is the website. Go by and see them in Jacksonville. Short drive. Get off the James Street exit if you're heading north from the capital city. They also are celebrating Military Appreciation Month, and they've got extra incentives for our friends in uniform, active duty reservists, veterans, up to $1,500 in total savings. Part of that coming from Chevrolet, but Gwatney is matching them because that's how they roll, and they've got a great relationship with the Air Base there. Coach, you're a military guy. I know you appreciate that. So thank you for your service. And
absolutely.
Certainly Gwatney does, and so thanks for that, and thanks to Gwatney, and you can find all their vehicles at GwatneyChevrolet.com.
I've got a tiger by the tail, it's plain to see.
All right, Jackson Wells, presented by our friends at Thompson Electric, a special open today. We appreciate them. We appreciate Jackson. Jackson coming off a very, very important performance as Little Rock earns its way into the NCAA Regionals. A complete game, near shutout, but a spectacular performance which got the Trojans off to a great start that they needed in the OVC tournament and gave them a chance to complete the long shot feat, and they do just that to advance on. Jackson, welcome back, and congratulations on getting out of the tournament and getting to take a trip to Baton Rouge. What's happening?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. It was a good week last week.
Well, look, we talked about this. You guys were getting healthier at the right time. I felt like you guys, even though things didn't go great at SEMO, and you hadn't won many games down the stretch, you guys were awfully close. It looked like, to me, you guys were really close to breaking through. Give me your thoughts, I guess, on that opening game. You guys are cruising along. You end up giving a home run. I guess it was maybe a home run late to so you guys had finished one out. I thought you were going to get done in like a run rule. But man, what a great performance. Congrats on that. How'd you feel going into that? I mean, there had to be some additional pressure knowing they needed you to go deep.
Yeah, I mean, it was a big game, and me going into it, that limited the amount of pitchers we were throwing that game would be huge for the tournament because we ended up playing 5 games. So, I just went out there and felt good the whole day. Kind of negotiated some more innings towards the end with the pitch count getting up there. It was just great. It was great for us to be able to do that for the team and put ourselves in a good position for the rest of the weekend.
How long had it been since you had a complete game before that?
I think since 2023, so it's been a while.
Yeah. Well, you certainly picked a good time to have a great day, so that is awesome. And we often say the phrase, you picked a bad day to have a bad day. Well, you picked a really good day to have a good day, that's for sure. And just an incredible run. I want to give a tip of the cap, too. We talked to Coach Curry about you and also Jack Klein yesterday. Give me, from a pitcher's perspective, your thoughts on what Jack was able to accomplish in the tournament with his 2 performances.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. It was his first outing. It was good enough, but it wasn't up to standard for him. I mean, we're throwing partners and everything, and we have such competition and stuff, and I just know how he works and what he expects out of himself. So I can imagine he was able to just play his first outing. I mean, luckily our offense was rolling, so it got the job done. And then just to go out there, I think 3 days later, and just go complete game after throwing 60-something pitches on a Wednesday was huge. I mean, he's one of the biggest arms I've ever played with. Just one of the toughest guys. I mean, I think he was having some back issues starting out in the beginning of the game, and I was in the bullpen, and everyone was kind of moving around, ready to go, and then he just ended up taking it home. It was just killer mentality and just a great guy to have on the mound in that kind of a game.
129 pitches, I think it was, in the finale. I mean, that is pretty remarkable. And Coach Curry felt like, obviously he was good to go, and clearly he was.
Mm-hmm.
It was just amazing. Were you wowed? Because I asked Coach Curry about this too. Were you surprised, I guess, by the low-scoring affair in the last game? Because typically you get to the end of a conference tournament or a regional, and teams have run through their pitching, and it's a tough deal, and you see some offense kind of carry the day. Were you surprised by the low-scoring game?
Not so much from our side pitching-wise, because Klein's been good for us all year. I think he's running some rougher outings as of late, but then just to have that bounce back on there, he's going to be good. And then we've been hitting all weekend, so sometimes the bats just don't aren't hot for a day, and so we knew that whatever it was, we were going to get the job done. It just happened to be a pitcher's deal.
Have you guys announced a starter for tomorrow yet?
Yeah, I'll be starting.
There's the guy, Jackson Wells. Okay, so here we are. It's LSU Eve. You're in Baton Rouge at one of the great environments in college baseball. How excited are you about tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm pumped. This is program history. First time we've been in OVC and the first time that we've been in a regional since 2011. So it's a huge deal, and we're just excited to be able to represent Little Rock.
Coach referenced this yesterday. How much does it give you additional confidence, which I know you're a confident guy anyway, but having taken care of business against an SEC team earlier this year?
Yeah, it just shows us that we can get the job done if we play good. It's going to take us to play good to win, but we've lost to just about everybody, and we've beat just about everybody. So a lot of it depends on how we play.
What's the scout on LSU?
They're going to be good. We haven't done much scouting. I haven't done much scouting report. I'm sure we'll go through it a little bit tonight. But they're going to be good. Everyone at this point in the year is good. And then just never going to be crazy to be a fun environment. We're ready to go.
I was talking to Connor Nolan yesterday when I was in Iowa. He was getting ready to pitch for the Iowa Cubs, and he said I asked him about scouting reports, and they've got great information analytics at the AAA level. But he said, really he tries to throw what he feels good about, and it's not necessarily the matchups as much. How much do you just lean on what pitches are working and what you feel good about versus what the guy likes to see as a hitter?
Yeah, that's pretty much all I do. In our conference, there's not it's not like we're in pro ball, so there's probably one or two hitters in every lineup that you kind of pay attention to more than others, but a lot of it has to do with just how we pitch and execute pitches and what feels good that day. Like whenever you're in big leagues and stuff like that, I'm sure there's going to be a lot more of like, this guy has a hole here, we're just going to attack that hole. There's not as much of that in college with the sample size that we get on people and then just the approaches that they have. So a lot of it just goes down to what feels good that day and what's working.
basketball is joining us on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. There is a pregame party, I know, at Walk-Ons down in Baton Rouge for those of you who are heading down or already down there and listening online. So you can definitely go get together there, and then it's a short walk over to the stadium from there. It's 11:30 to 1, and I know there'll be a lot of folks in attendance because of the drive. It's great to have an actual regional game for you guys and to have your fans be able to come, but there are going to be a lot of folks back here rooting for you guys as well. So, listen, best of luck to you, Jackson. It's been a remarkable run to get here regardless of the outcome down there. And, boy, I'd love to be talking to you next week about a super regional assignment.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys.
All right, appreciate you. And thanks again to Thompson Electric for the sponsorship all year long. Got to hit a break, and we'll wrap it up with Coach Z on the other side. Wes will be in from Out of Bounds. We'll find out what's going on with those guys. And obviously, pretty exciting times, DJ, Christian, for these young men. And what an opportunity for Jackson and the Trojans tomorrow.
Huge. I'll be rooting for them. Pumped up. They're making it that way. And you talk about exciting time. Also, it's the season, Justin, for rings. All right? I want everybody to have rings. I want all the Razorbacks to have rings. I want my Trojan. Well, I guess they both can't do it, huh? OKC to have rings. I'm saying that because I want to tell you about my friends over there at Jones & Son before we head to this break. They're really trying to take care of you. Now, as much as I talk about their engagement rings, the top name brands, their couture collection is what I want to drive home to you right now. It can only be found at Jones & Son. So when it comes to fine jewelry, you're looking something that's unique and hard to get your hands on in good quality, go to 11121 Rodney Parham Road. Jones & Son, the place to be. They've been in the same location for over 30 years because they take care of their people. That's exactly what they do. They could drive up that price as high as they want to, but they don't have to. Why? Because they're a direct diamond importer. That means the rocks they get, best quality, fraction of the price, they set their own prices. They're trying to take care of you, and I guess the proof is in the customers that always continue to come back. Repeat customers means you're doing business right. So please stop by, visit my friends at Jones & Son. You can check out their full inventory online, but I encourage you to see it in person because sometimes pictures just don't do it justice. We'll be right back.
It's high-flying action in Hot Springs at Oaklawn's Arena League Field at Banco ZK Arena. Arena football featuring your Hot Springs Wise Guys. Hard-hitting action, speed like no other, and indoors at Oaklawn's Arena League Field at Banco ZK Arena. Hot Springs Wise Guys' first home game is Saturday, May 31st against the Eau Claire Axemen. Tickets available online only at hotspringswiseguys.com. Don't miss the action Saturday, May 31st. Hot Springs Wise Guys take on the Eau Claire Axemen at Oaklawn's Arena League Field at Banco ZK Arena.
While you were doing what you needed to be doing during the late fall and winter months, the Little Rock Racket Club was remodeling its swimming pools. I have personally witnessed the transformation. I urge moms and dads to call and take a tour, and all the while repeat in your head these words: 40% off the joining fee during the month of May. Oh, you're going to be blown away by the sense of play and how much less you'll pay during the month of May. Come dive in and enjoy the locally owned Little Rock Racket Club with more smiles per gallon.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. Everyone who has ever forgotten something owes a debt to Dr. Eleanor McGuire. Her work as a cognitive neuroscientist featured research on the human hippocampus in London taxi drivers and transformed the understanding of memory, revealing that a key structure in the brain can actually be strengthened like a muscle. Dr. McGuire illustrates that those cabbies who learn new routes actually train their brains for future planning. So maybe you can teach an old dog new tricks. Ask your Doublebee's cashier about signing up for a rewards card where you can save some do-re-mi on purchases at all stores. Doublebee's is looking out for you. Doublebee's, where you gas it, grab it and go. That's Doublebee's.
March is gone. The brackets are done. Feels like we need some excitement.
Are you kidding? Do you realize how much is going on? Basketball, hockey, baseball, golf. It's like 8 seasons in one. It's the season of action.
And we can bet on all those with the Oaklawn Sports app.
That's the spirit. Now let's go lock in some bets.
Receive a 10% profit boost on qualifying 3-leg parlays. Bet all summer long. Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
On Friday, April 11th of this year, I finished my first year driving a GV70 from Genesis of Conway. So, what's the big deal? It's this.
It's the Craig O'Neill Anniversary Sale at Genesis of Conway. To celebrate 1 year of driving the 2024 GV70, you're invited to come in and learn how you can get a 2025 for as low as $497 a month. Yes, $497 a month. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
Can't get enough of us on the radio? Follow us on Twitter at JustinAcri7, at DJ45Williams, and at CWeaver1037.
For all of you who listen to the whole 3 hours, you're going to get it again. Put your seatbelt on. All right, it's all about safety. Once again, a message from our friends at the Arkansas State Police, and it's for you. We're just going to keep driving it home until it becomes a habit. You no longer have to think about it. We're trying to do our part. We're trying to take care of you because we care about you listening to the show. Can't do that if you find yourself in an unfortunate situation. When it comes to people in car accidents, the fourth leading cause of people losing their life is a simple decision of not putting their seatbelt on. Just put it on. Click it or ticket. And my friends, once again, if they pull you over that Arkansas State Police, they're going to have to give you a ticket. They don't want to. So that's why they want us to tell you about it so you don't have to put them in that situation and potentially ruin your day either. But once again, it all comes down to safety, being smarter on the road. I know y'all are great drivers, but sometimes you can't predict what other people do. So just another layer of safety. Beyond distracted driving and all that, just put your seatbelt on. Take care of yourself. A message from our friends at the Arkansas State Police.
Joining us here with the Razorback Foundation, wrap up our final segment. Wanted to go over the quick odds here, according to our friends at Oaklawn Sports. And Arkansas is a favorite, minus 770, Coach, to win the Fayetteville Regional. Kansas is your second choice at plus 700, and Creighton is plus 1,000. I won't even tell you about North Dakota State, but safe to say, way back in the pack. In the Baton Rouge Regional, Little Rock's the long shot there, plus 10,000. Bet 100, win 10 grand if they win the regional.
Wow.
LSU's minus 670. Dallas Baptist, the second choice there. Bubba Carpenter told me today he thinks Tennessee ain't getting out of Knoxville.
Yeah, there's some thoughts of that, and I still talk to Vitello, and I know a lot of people in the state there. They boo that, but he's a friend of mine. Worked with him at Missouri and Arkansas, and I'll tell you what, he is very concerned about Wake Forest. He thought they played pretty good in the SEC tournament. They made the semis.
They did.
Tennessee, so
yeah.
He saw some good there, but he is definitely concerned. He thinks Wake Forest has got a good team.
Wake Forest plus 400 if you're looking for a bit of a price, and Tennessee minus 305. Again, all at Oaklawn Sports. And for general information, book a room, book a spa, find out more about restaurants, oaklawn.com for general information. And listen, there's horse racing still going on. We still got one more Triple Crown race coming up, and you can get all that at bet.oaklawn.com if you want to get your Oaklawn Anywhere account set up. It's all good. Looking forward to being back down there soon. DJ, we got a pool party coming up in the not-too-distant future.
Can't wait.
We're going to go down and do a day at the pool.
At DJ's house?
No, at the pool at Oaklawn. We're going to kick it in the cabana.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow,
I ain't got no pool.
Not yet. You got a perfect yard for it, though.
Oh.
You'd be the most popular guy in the neighborhood. He's just happy to have a really good-looking
Well, I don't want a pool because then they would have to walk in my yard to get there. Can't have that.
And it's a lot of work. Yeah, you won't miss that.
You get a little stonework done, DJ. Come on.
Is that it? Did you take away from my grass? Oh, I can't
my
do it.
gosh. You can have the front yard all grass.
Fair.
Coach, what's we only got a couple minutes left.
Yeah.
Good buzz up here about the regional. Everybody excited?
Yeah, the line started yesterday for the Hog Pen. I thought they might show up on Tuesday, but it was about Wednesday, middle of the day. They rolled in, and they're lined up. There's not a huge line yet, but there's probably 15 people out there in line right now, and that's going to increase. And 2 o'clock tomorrow, Hogs versus North Dakota State. Razorbacks practice first. I went out there and watched a little bit today, and they look good. And after that was the Kansas Jayhawks, and I think Creighton practices third, and then North Dakota State practices last, and there is excitement. It's different, as you can feel, because the students are gone.
Mm-hmm.
And we love our students, Justin, but it sure is nice when they're gone, and the summer Fayetteville's all different in the summertime. You can drive around. Traffic's easy, parking's easy, and but it's going to be an awesome environment this weekend, and hopefully the Razorbacks handle business, take care of it, and let's get it done Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Let's don't even need a Monday.
As a retired charter pilot, we had Sean Penn smoke with no smoking signs all around. He didn't give a blank. Okay. We were talking about Huey Lewis cover band names. If it isn't called Newscast, I don't want it. That's a pretty good name. I had a couple other ones I thought were good. I'm a big Huey Lewis fan. Huey can't perform anymore, Coach.
Oh, he can't? He's
no,
that bad of health?
He's got a hearing issue, and he can't sing because of it. So I think I was thinking the Hip Squares would be a good name for a Huey Lewis cover band. This guy says Newscast. I said the Doo-Wop Suits, too. I'll keep working on names, but we need a cover band.
Legendary band.
Great catalog.
Yeah.
I listened to him on the way down here from Iowa. I was like, these guys have got so many great songs.
We got Wes in studio,
really?
too.
Is this true? Okay, Wes is in studio. This guy says that Ed Gale was a convicted pedophile. The guy that we were talking about, the Marvel guy that died.
I think he was. I heard about that.
Oh no, not the duck. Howard the duck.
He's looking up with us.
Well, now I'm sorry.
Chucky.
Not the duck.
Oh man.
Chucky seems like he'd do.
Yeah, Chucky for sure. I wouldn't guess. Well, now that I think about it, yeah.
Howard Duck was a little freaky.
Yeah, Howard the Duck was a little. Yeah.
A little too freaky.
Bubba's right about sunscreen, but he says everybody's down on sunscreen. Anyway, a man who's above reproach and has never committed a single crime. Wes Moore. He's a big sunscreen guy, though.
No.
We say
you don't like sunscreen?
I don't. Very rarely will use it.
Okay.
Yeah. But I try to avoid the sun. You know?
Okay,
I
fair.
just don't like to. I'm not going to go out and lay out for a couple hours.
No,
you
that's
know?
not you. Justin's a layouter.
This from the guy. This from the guy who likes to play 200 rounds of golf a year. So okay, good try.
Yeah.
I'm in the cart. I'm
Yeah.
in the shade. Come on.
Okay, yeah, part of the day.
That's a lot of golf. 200 rounds.
Not literally. He would play that many if he could, though.
If I could, I would.
You think he don't get 100, does he? He doesn't get
No.
If Wes played golf all the
probably
time, he could be on the senior tour, I believe it.
20 maybe. Hey, coming up,
Wes,
Chris
you gonna
Curry's
try to
going to
qualify
join
for
us
the
here in about
Champions Tour?
in about 5 minutes. Chris Curry will join us. They're on the bus headed to the ballpark, Alex Box Stadium. We'll hear from Dave Van Horn. We got that press conference recorded, ready to go. Richard Davenport at 2:05 has some recruiting news for us. Trey Schapp down in Destin, and Brian Edwards, VegasInsider.com, has some picks for us. And
By
we
the
may,
way,
we may
how do
get
we not
Matt
get
Zimmerman
Dave
to
Van
join
Horn
us again.
Absolutely, no doubt about it.
How do we not get Dave Van Hornstown? What happened there? What
We
doing?
have it.
We got it.
Christian.
We have it.
We got
Why
it.
didn't we tell me?
You're slow.
At Mosquito
guys
Joe, our passion is making outside fun again. One of the most popular ways of achieving that goal is with a mosquito misting system. Mosquito Joe misting systems can be installed discreetly around your backyard, patio, boat dock, anywhere you're getting bugged.
The really cool thing about Mosquito Joe misting systems is that they mist automatically every day when mosquitoes are most active. And, if I want to, I can operate the system on my phone with a super easy-to-use app.
Mosquito misting systems. Just one more way Mosquito Joe makes outside fun again.
Visit arkansas.mosquitojoe.com.
At Ortho Arkansas, sports medicine isn't just for athletes. It's for anyone who wants to stay active and pain-free. Shoulder pain from your glory days, knee pain from chasing grandkids, they treat it all. And if you need care fast,